Hi, chat. Look at that.
And with that, I'm going to head out.
You leaving?
Yes, I am heading.
Okay.
Bye, Cece.
Goodbye, Knick-Knack.
Well. Alright, I will see you later.
Good day.
Your stuff is in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say.
The rest of your stuff is in the back of my car still.
Still? Okay.
It's okay, I don't lock it.
I know.
Even if I did, you know where the keys are.
No, unfortunately, no.
You've been staring at them.
I know.
Anyways, have fun.
That doesn't guarantee you anything.
Alright, Knick-Knack, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Hi, chat. So how you doing, Knick-Knack?
Awful. I feel awful.
How's that Stouffer's lasagna?
So I don't know if it was the Stouffer's or not, but last night, ooh.
Let me tell you, a Stouffer's has never betrayed me. Never been.
It could have been it could have been some Chipotle chicken I had.
I would blame
Not
the
Chipotle
chicken.
the restaurant. Not Chipotle the restaurant, like the actual like Chipotle flavor of the chicken.
I don't know. I would blame the chicken. Personally, Stouffer's ain't never done me any wrong. Then again, I tend to not eat Stouffer's as a leftover food. I just eat it like the once when I cook it, you know?
To make the smallest possible Stouffer's, and I'm gonna have leftovers.
Yeah, well, I have a household of 2, so... You know? Solves my problem. Oh,
Yes,
there was
Dakota,
another.
we do have an event in 2 weeks.
Is it the swimsuit event?
No, it's the. Do you remember Azumi no Isoro?
Yeah.
The twins. Yeah.
Oh, it's their event?
Yep.
Nice.
There is a swimsuit campaign going, but it's like a catch up. It's more of like a here's a fun summer thing since the next story chapter is going to be in the summer.
Zero, I am choosing to, I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I'm so upset about it. But to be fair, I feel like this news isn't necessarily... I don't know if it necessarily means that we're not getting a new Stargate series altogether. What I think it is that they just want a different show concept. Because they bought the rights for Stargate, and they want to make a Stargate series. It just sounds like, from what I was looking up, that they didn't want to make that Stargate series.
I looked into it a little bit because I know how passionate you are about this. It looks like they may have gotten cold feet about the idea of doing a legacy sequel, a follow-up in continuity.
Yeah, that would have been my concern too, you know? I do think at this point they might as well just make a new entry, you know?
Like either a hard or a soft altogether.
Yeah, mostly because like it's been so long since Stargate has been on the air. But I guess this is a Talk No Jutsu topic, not an FGO stream topic. Add that to the list of topics, Knick-Knack.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, it might include Kate Kuser Priestess, but I don't know if I'm gonna be rolling for Kate Kuser Priestess. Depends if she's on another 4-star split banner. That was bullshit.
This one might be solo.
Ugh. Oh, hi TR Origins. How you doing? Oh, my blanket has fallen all the way down. Okay. Hi. If she's on another split banner with UDK Barguest, I'm not rolling on that shit. I don't trust it.
Wait, you don't want a 5th copy of UDK Bargain?
It would be a 4th copy of UDK Barguest, excuse you. I was at the gym today and it was so hot outside. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's generally unpleasant.
Look, I've been avoiding it. I'm feeling dehydrated today.
Yeah, you need to be chugging water.
Water and Gatorade.
Yep. And a lot of stuff like... It's like applesauce, crackers, toast, and...
You just described everything I've eaten in the last, 16 hours?
Yeah, well, it's the, what's
The recommended diet?
Yeah, there's a name for it.
The one thing I haven't done is rice, and I'm kind of kicking myself because I could go for some more food. I might still do it even after I leave my eating hours.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the other one. It's rice. Yeah. Rice, saltines, toast.
You might be muting my mic and stepping away to go make some rice, like a cup of rice.
Yeah.
While you're reading the story, obviously. Not during the big fight. There's nothing that we can do to make that big fight work. I'm less sick than I was last night, Zohara. Last night, I was, I couldn't sleep. It was bad.
That's what it's called. Sorry. It's called the Brat Diet. That's why I remember it. Bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast.
Now I just feel a little bit gross.
Yeah.
Last night I was like, yeah, I'm actually dying a little bit.
Did you feel the way that I felt when I had food poisoning and we were watching fucking Witcher 3?
No, I was not. It's not as violent. It's just, it's mostly uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. So more like when I ate that
Less
shrimp.
violent. Probably. I'd have to look back at that shrimp for reference.
Yeah.
Just the vague feeling of might need to vomit, but not vomiting, and last night was the worst of the toilet time.
Yeah. Knick-Knack is not sick, Zerher. He just has low-key food poisoning.
Yeah. Honestly, today I was out of it of sorts more from from not sleeping last night than I was being that bad.
Well, that's part and parcel. You spend all night up dealing with the symptoms, and then you're exhausted the next day, and your body's still trying to recover.
I slept most of today. I did a lot of reading in the morning when I was up, but
Yeah.
like around the mid-morning. And then I went back to sleep and woke up maybe an hour ago.
Were you reading for our next off the shelf?
No.
You better get on that.
Look, I'll get on it after the upcoming ones.
Yeah, summer sucks. It was too hot today. Anyways, I guess I can't put off section 6 much longer.
Yep. While you're reading, I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a bowl of rice.
Yeah, go do that. If you have chicken stock, you can heat up some of that and add it.
I don't know how old that chicken stock is.
Check it. If it's in date, it's
I know
safe.
exactly how old it is. It was from when we last made chili.
That was like a week and 2 weeks ago. Yes I do, Dakota. Those are coming out at some point. Interstellar, Mountainous City, Olympus. Great orbital shrine, Olympia Dodona, the center of its operations. Oh, Jesus. Why? A revelation is upon us. A revelation is upon us. Now is the time of Okay, I got like 3 error pop-ups. Alright. He is an all-powerful justice, the direct heir of primordial chaos and the ruler of all things. He is the one who should keep all of humanity safe. He is the one who should rightfully rule over all worlds. He is the wielder of the great thunderbolts, capable of shattering even the Adamus scythe. None less than the authorities of Gaia and the Melier will bow to his will. He is the great demiurge, the one who wields the Cronus crown for all eternity. Now behold the words of the almighty Zeus. Smash. There is work to be done. I command you by my name, Demeter, goddess of the land who grants the fast earth an abundant harvest, and my own flesh and blood. You are to eradicate the Chaldeans who lurk within my city. I permit you to use your aletheia in every district of Olympus. May your piercing shrieks shatter the bones of the enemies that threaten our world. As you wish, almighty Zeus, your will is my command. These Chaldean demons strike fear into the very hearts of our citizens. And as the citizens of Olympus may as well be my own children, my duty as a mother is clear. I shall use every power and authority at my disposal to eradicate them. I swear it on my beloved Persephone. What a lovely oath by a lovely goddess. I'm touched, truly. I see. So you have sworn this oath on your precious daughter, Lady Persephone. Then heavenly Zeus's will is certain to be fulfilled, no matter who may try to stand in its way. Forgive me, King of the Gods, but may I offer a word of advice? As nice as it is to see my alter ego colleague and fellow foreign god disciple Limbo so overcome with emotion, that is not why we are here. Might there be any room for us to join her on this mission? Your help is not needed. I have no orders for the likes of you disciples. Well, that's a pity. It seems we still have yet to fully earn your trust. May I say something, Father? Yes, Father, may Big Brother say something. While I do have my concerns about sending Demeter out on this mission, I am happy to abide by your judgment if this is what you think is best. That being said, there is one thing I would like to ask. Please, tell me, why did you place such a curse on that sage of proper human history? Oh? So you noticed that, Castor, child of old in whose veins runs my blood. Very well then, I shall tell you. That sage is a prime example of the very worst of humanity. Thus he does not deserve to be met with the full wrath of my lightning. I trust you can understand that. Father, if I may say one more thing, why did you not strike him dead on the spot? Big Brother. And why did you even permit Chaldea's submarine to disembark on our holy land? If you had only used your true great thunderbolts, their entire ship would be... Enough, Castor. You may be Almighty Zeus's child, but that does not give you license to speak to him however you like. Remember, you are in the presence of the King of the Gods. It's all right. I forgive your transgression, Castor, and I admit, your words possess an element of truth. Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Look at his clothing is practically painted on him. How can I resist? Indeed, I am all-powerful. If I wished, I could have easily reduced them all to dust. However, there is one thing you must never forget. If I were to use the true strength of my great thunderbolts, they would demolish the city and obliterate the populace. Not even Demeter's regenerative gifts would be able to bring them back. We must protect the city. We must protect the populace. For ever since the second Machia 14,000 years ago, the day we obtained the Cronus crown, we have ceased to be a fleet of mechanical arcs crossing the Sea of Stars, and have become gods. I take it your divine revelation is over then. That must be quite tiring for you, King of the Gods, especially since merely keeping Olympus running must take at least 90% of your resources. I can't tell you how sorry I am for letting those Chaldeans insects slip inside. I said last stream smash. To her and Aphrodite. I could say the same to you, Wodyme. You have nothing to apologize for. You entrusted Canis with the task of stopping, as I did with Odysseus. Both failed. Indeed, Chaldea surpassed both our expectations. Revising our estimation of them is more than sufficient. I see. I don't know what to say. Hearing you say that me, a mere human, Hearing you say that to me, a mere human, makes me feel I have even less of a leg to stand on. Jesus fucking Christ. I am... Oh. My Steam is just going off in the background. Okay, I'm shutting it. I may seem cool and collected, but I was actually steeling myself to face some kind of penalty. You are my friend, I know, so don't you want to admonish me at least a little? I could never let the other ships, gods, hear you tease me like that. But as it is just the two of us here, I cannot help but be more lenient with my judgments. Be at ease, young mage. There is no one else here for whom you need to perform. That goes for the foreign god too, of course. Even as we speak, I am using all my authority to keep this conversation private. Whatever we do or say here remains strictly between us. That said, even I cannot hide us from the priestess's prying eyes, loath though I am to admit it. That's because she's the observer. In a sense, she's even more trouble than the foreign god, who still lacks a body altogether. But simply knowing that she will not hear what we have to say is more than enough, since that will give us an opportunity to verify our endgame goals with one another. As you have surmised, Zeus, the foreign god is indeed keeping a close eye on me. The alter egos may be supervising the other cryptors, but only I have a direct link to the foreign god. If I were to act in any way counter to the foreign god's interests, I would immediately be cut off from further aid, which is why I had no choice but to say, grow the Tree of Emptiness. When it is done, the reconstruction of myth will take place. Yes, I remember that. You also said that this planet's surface activity would be restored to the Age of Gods, and that the gods would soon after resume their reign. I agreed with your conclusion, but insisted we face one another in combat. I said that if you truly believed in the ideals of which you spoke, you should demonstrate that you wield the necessary strength to bring them about. Of course, I lost that fight. I never thought I would learn firsthand how debilitating complacency could be. It was only because I planned ahead. I took a calculated risk that you wouldn't go all out if I spoke to you alone. Olympus is not part of Earth. It's a colony that continues to operate to this day. As its omnipotent god, you have an obligation to keep it running at all times. So it follows that you would not employ your full strength in an opening move against a lone mage like myself, yes? I have to admit, you were a clever bastard of a human. As soon as you unveiled your meteor magecraft, I knew I had erred at the start. I quickly changed outputs, but by then it was too late. In boxing terms, I had already been knocked out. What I wouldn't give to show Hades the signals Demeter and Aphrodite were emitting as they watched. I doubt there are any stories of those two staring slack-jawed in shock in any myths from your proper human history. I could say much the same of your reaction as well. You looked more like a kindly old man than a cold-blooded, all-powerful god. Have the other gods of this lost belt ever even seen those other possibilities you harbor? As if I would ever let them see such a thing. I am Zeus, the flagship of all Olympus. I am the all-powerful one who rules over even the other gods. Even this avatar to which you now speak is no more than a virtual self, created expressly to converse with you. It is both me and not me. Yes, good point. I may be hiding something, but being a ship, you are largely unable to do so. When you do something not expected of you, you create a new function and have it act in your stead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you out. Let's return to the subject at hand. You recognized the foreign god's existence, and accepted the Tree of Emptiness into your world. After all, you need the Tree of Emptiness in order to preserve this lost belt. But, at the same time, as long as the Tree of Emptiness is here, the foreign god will one day descend upon our world. And we Olympian gods cannot coexist with the foreign god. All we gods need is the Tree of Emptiness. The foreign god and the alter egos are our enemies, nothing more. Thus, the instant the Tree of Emptiness has fully blossomed, we will revolt against them. I will claim the Tree of Emptiness for myself and destroy the foreign god's point of arrival. From there, I will purge this world of the last traces of insolent proper human history, and establish our world of Olympus in its place. I remember, you approached me with a contract back when that thought first occurred to me. Your exact words were, there is no need for you to explain your decision with words. King of the gods, I implore you to form a contract with me, for our ultimate objectives are the same. That was your way of suggesting we protect this lost belt from the foreign god, wasn't it? I wouldn't be so bold as to say protect, as you and I both seek the same outcome. I only wanted your help so that our goal would be realized, even if one of us were to fall. I trust your feelings on that have not changed. Of course not. I may oppose proper human history, but I do not oppose humanity. I promise you that in the event of your death, I will carry on protecting humanity in your stead, even if it should come to light that you have been deceiving us and acting on proper human history's behalf. As long as you are not openly to blame for your actions, I will accept you, warts and all. I hear you loud and clear, Zeus. It seems our plan remains unchanged. There are only a few days left until the Tree of Emptiness reaches a critical point. Until that time comes, we shall continue to work towards the reconstruction of the Age of Gods. You continue to walk a tightrope with the foreign god, Olympus, and Chaldea all aiming to knock you off. And you do so with aplomb. Wait, Wodime, there is one thing I would like to verify as well. Yes. You told Canis the stars indicated you would need to fight 2 more times, yes? One of those happened in Atlantis, leaving only 1 more. So you are to save your final battle for me. Understand? I forbid you to waste it on either Chaldea or the alter egos. I want to fight you once again, and I want to stake the future of this world of gods upon our battle. Of course. When that time comes, I will gladly face you with all my strength so that I may live up to your expectations. Man, the bromance is strong here. I ship it. Do you ship it, Knick Knack? He might still be making rice. Chat, do you ship it? Hot.
Sorry, I was in the kitchen.
Do you ship it?
Yeah.
Cool. What an unpleasant surprise. Exactly who gave you permission to stand there, human? Olympia Dodona's corridors are reserved for gods alone. There are no places for humans to loiter. I see. Well, I do beg your forgiveness if I've offended you, O goddess of beauty. I was trying to hide my pitiful human self behind a pillar so as not to upset your divine mood, but I guess I wasn't successful. You're new here. Are you another one of those mages from proper human history? Cryptors, was it? Let's see. There's Kadok Zemlopus, who reminds me of a filthy little puppy. Pepperoncino, who reminds me of a nasty vulture. And you're... what are you exactly? Are you really a cryptor? Nothing about you stands out. I can't even think of an animal you remind me of. How dreadfully boring. Ouch! You cut me to the quick, goddess. But yes, you're exactly right. As you can see, I am but a humble, harmless human. If you think me pitiable, I would only ask that you find it in your divine heart to offer me some tiny modicum of compassion. Compassion! You want me to spend my precious time thinking about a human? Humans are weak and deserving of our protection. I'm even willing to lend them a hand when they need help. But that's as far as it goes. We are the gods of Olympus. We would never waste our time on something so foolish as thinking about humans, especially not here. Not even a comrade of Kirstaria. Know your place, human. You couldn't be more right, goddess. Please forgive my foolish offense. You see, I only just arrived from an incredibly barbaric land. Every person there had their hands full taking care of themselves, and any faith they may have had in something greater had long been lost. Not that there were ever any gods in that world to begin with, of course. Compared to that, Olympus has been truly divine in every sense of the word. Indeed, your glorious light is still far too bright for my poor eyes. I only hope you can laugh off my slight as foolish remarks of a hopeless country bumpkin. So Beryl is from the Avalon Lefay Lost Belt, right? That's what so Beryl's from Avalon Lefay, and we already heard from Kirstaria and Beryl that Avalon Lefay is collapsing in on itself, right? Like,
that's currently what's being said, yeah.
Yeah, like, so they're saying that it's like gonna short itself out, but he keeps calling it barbaric, and from what I know about Avalon Lefay, I am fascinated to see why he's calling it that. Like, really fascinated, you know what I mean?
Well, we will see when we get there, won't we?
A world without gods. Such a place is better off being pruned. Very well, Cryptor. You may not be worthy of my consideration, but I can spare you a bit of my pity. I can only imagine how much you must have suffered in a lost belt without a single god. So I will overlook your transgressions here in light of your wise decision to abandon that foolish lost belt. Now then, what is your name? Ah, your mercy and kindness move me to my core, goddess. I have no words to express my gratitude and respect. Every time Beryl opens his mouth, I just picture, like, the slimiest fucking... You know what I mean? Like, every word is said with sarcasm and, like, just dripping condescension. Am I wrong?
He's opening his mouth and words are coming out, but the only sound that's being made is the sound of bullshit.
Exactly. My name is Beryl Gut. If I have proved worthy of you remembering me, even if only for a fleeting moment, I will know joy beyond measure. Beryl, what a strange ring your name has. It almost sounds like blood splattering against a wall. Very well, Beryl, come to my shrine. You're going to tell me, and only me, about this lost belt. This land of fairies at the ends of the world you abandoned. It would be my pleasure, my goddess, but first, may I ask you something? I can't seem to find a close friend of mine here, no matter where I look. It's T.H.E, the one you said reminds you of a puppy. Would you happen to know where I might find him? Of course not. I couldn't possibly care less about such a hapless creature. He's probably out somewhere enjoying one of the city's automated brothels. Well, hang on now. Are we going to get an explanation of what that means? What is an automated brothel? Like, what does that consist of? What is the operational scale of an automated brothel? Does that mean that like, it's not human, it's like, it's machines? Is it just machine fucking?
No, you've seen Blade Runner.
I barely remember anything from Blade Runner.
I don't know, that's just my assumption.
Is this where anthropomorphic car sex comes in?
No, it's robots, AI, probably.
Ah, yes, okay. Anthropomorphic car sex, got it. Is that so? Well, that works out nicely. I see. Yes, that does sound like something T.H.E would do. But in that case, Lady Aphrodite, if T.H.E is out in the city now, I mean according to the revelation from the King of the Gods. Oh, that? Yes, if he's out in the city now, he'll probably end up dead, caught in the eradication of Chaldea. As a pathetic member of proper human history, rather than one of our citizens of Olympus, I doubt there will be so much as a trace of him left. Indeed, this may sound heartless of me, but if that is his fate, so be it. After all, you are the goddess of love, and love can, at times, be cruel. You were never one to come to the aid of mortals, even in proper human history. For my part, I can only hope and pray that T.H.E is still somewhere in this shrine. What about the other 12 Olympians? Say, for example, the goddess of the land and harvest who has long protected nature, animals, and humans alike? Oh yes, Demeter. Good question. I'm not really sure. There would be no problem if she could remain the steely, cold-blooded goddess she should be. But Demeter... she's always been much too kind for a mechanical god. Interstellar, Mountainous City, Olympus. South District. All of a sudden, an enormous flock of birds took to the sky, causing the people there to instinctively look up. But it was only a flock of birds taking flight. Nothing else of note occurred. Today would play out peacefully, just as yesterday had. Soon there would come another peaceful tomorrow to take its place. That was what everyone thought just before it happened. Oh dear. Oh, it's Demeter! It was an enormous sphere, a massive steel object as tall as most of the nearby skyscrapers. This was the true form of a god. This was one of the gods that reigned supreme over Olympus, one of the arcs that had crossed the Sea of Stars long ago. This was the Aletheia that presided over the land. This was Demeter, the mechanical goddess of the land and harvest. As the mother goddess who inherited much from Gaia, her name means Mother Earth. She saves humanity by giving them ambrosia, which grants immortality. She nurtures humanity by keeping her supply towers running at every hour of every day. Her love for humans is genuine, but... ah, how sad, how tragic. Death is so sorrowful. Endings are such misery. Oh, my beloved citizens of Olympus, my darling, precious children. I'm so sorry to have to do this, but I need to take your lives for a moment. Commence demolition. I slept just fine. Thank you very much. Oh shit, the bathroom door. door's open. Okay, well, it's clean. I'll deal with that later. Phil? An earthquake. No, wait, that didn't feel like it came from the ground. This is Demeter's power. Believe me, I'd know these massive vibrations anywhere. Scream Eleusis. It's, well, a scream derived from Demeter's authority that can till massive expanses of land in an instant. It's powerful enough to destroy entire city districts. She could use it to plow all of Olympus in probably half a day. Hey Knick-Knack. Hey Knick-Knack, remember how it was called Scream Eleusis? Hey chat, remember how it was called Scream Eleusis? Does anyone know what event that's a reference to? Shout it out if you know it. I don't think Knick-Knack knows this off the top of his head. I've talked.
I actually think I do, but
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say I've talked about it quite a few times. Do you know what it is?
so if I'm not wrong, it's from when Persephone was taken to the underworld, right?
Yeah, so Eleusis is the name of the site where it said that the crevasse that she was taken into the underworld was. And so twice a year, but once a year for the major mysteries, there was this event hosted called the Eleusinian Mysteries, where it was primarily a festival dedicated to Demeter and Dionysus, where worshippers would gather and basically just have like a 2-week-long drink and fuck fest with drugs as well. There's not like a better way to put it, but they'd get high off of like, you know, psychedelics and stuff and like
So it was
drink a lot
Burning
of
Man.
wine. Yeah, basically, and they do it like at this site. And I think when we were talking about when we were doing this in one of the videos, I included the images at the time, but I actually visited Eleusis and I sat on a cactus there on accident.
Be right back. My food's almost ready.
So it's like, you know, personal connection. Yeah, it was awkward then, because then I had to go and pick fucking cactus. Well, okay, so I was climbing because there were some stair-shaped rock formations and there weren't any signs that said you couldn't climb, and I wanted to get a good photo, so I was climbing, and I got up high enough and turned around and I went to sit, and I like sat on what I thought was like a kind of a normal outcropping, and it wasn't like the traditional cactus you're thinking of, right? Like big green cactus with spikes. It was one of those little like ground ones that grows in the cracks and spikes stick up. Anyways, I sat on it, which was very uncomfortable, because then I had to get down, and then I had to try to pick the spikes out, and they did not all come out, and my flight home was the next day, so I flew home with cactus in my butt. It was uncomfortable. It was unpleasant, but it was very funny. Did you say all of Olympus? That's right. She must be trying to kill us. No, she must be trying to kill you guys, even if she has to reduce the whole city to rubble to do it. Yes, her scream kills everything it touches. She must be counting on all of us being somewhere in the areas she's targeting, as that's all she needs for her attack to succeed. This was how the gods so brutally killed the heroic spirits from proper human history. Foe. So they don't think anything of sacrificing their own city. But wait, I just remembered. Adele, didn't you say that the power of the gods is the only thing that can kill these immortal people? But while they're practically immortal, they're not truly immortal. That's what you said, right? That's right. So then does that mean that at this very moment, Demeter is massacring hundreds of thousands of people? Yeah, but nobody's gonna care. Not when they know she'll just regenerate everything she kills or destroys later. It's what she did back during the Third Machia, and it's what she did when she killed Nikola Tesla's group too. With Demeter's authority, she could easily massacre every Olympian who swears allegiance to her, and bring everything back to the way it was in just a few days. Our glorious gods, eh? So even death can be cured in this world. But you also said you still felt pain, right, Adele? Even if they know they'll be brought back to life, to be crushed to death inside a building must still be a terrifying experience. Assuming that the goddess of the land's authority truly is capable of completely restoring a person's physical body, the notion that the experience of dying would somehow not affect the victims psychologically is... I must admit that while this is unexplored territory, the prospect seems extremely unlikely at best. I see you care about the same things they did. Some said it didn't matter what the people of this lost belt went through, since they were all going to disappear when proper human history was restored anyway. But that didn't prevent the heroic spirits of our alliance from trying to save them from the gods' devastating attack. What's more... Now that I've been on standby for so long, I took the liberty of rebooting myself. Adele, Macarius, people of Chaldea. Given how you twins are more sensitive than most people, and according to old Lionhead, the master and the demi-servant from Chaldea are just as much, if not more so, I imagine you must be absolutely twisting yourselves into knots over this dreadful state of affairs. I know, because we did too. And with the benefit of that experience, I will ensure you don't make the same mistakes we did. Now then, let's resume Operation God Destroyer. Y'all are really hyping up this fight, people. I mean, I know it's gonna be bad, but you don't gotta make it sound that bad. Oh. Forced guest servant fights. Yay! So much fun. Okay. Ah, how sad, how tragic. Death is so sorrowful, endings are such misery. However, as long as I have my authority, death will be but a memory, and no life on Olympus will ever truly end. And yet, I still can't help but feel this is terribly sad. Raising South District. Murder is not the solution, babe. Even as they run about in confusion and distress, the people of the city continue to pray. Oh, Lady Demeter, Lady Demeter, Lady Demeter, please forgive us, please have mercy. Please, please, please return my lost arm. Please, my child was crushed to death. Please, spare us. How can this be happening again so soon? Please spare us. Please give us ambrosia, quickly. But their cries fall on deaf ears, their prayers remaining unanswered. The situation above ground is sheer chaos. None of the people in town are even looking our way. I have a visual on the target. Demeter is approximately 2,000 meters away. And, as luck would have it, it's her big metal ass that's facing us. Let's go do what we can while we have the chance. Right. Boo! Boo! Given that the Tree of Emptiness is deeply connected to a given Lost Belt's king, logically speaking, the only god our Operation God Destroyer would need to concern itself with is Zeus. One could even go so far as to call whittling down the enemy's fighting forces completely meaningless. However, well, there are certainly some heroic spirits, especially those from times of war, who ruled large countries, who are able to ignore the screams of innocent bystanders. No doubt they are used to having little concern for human lives, throwing them away like so much refuse. But to that, I say this. Is throwing lives away what makes one a hero? Is being able to kill the mark of a champion? Yes, I suppose heroes may need to be callous at times, but it's not callousness that makes them heroes in my book. If just killing and never doing any good was all it took to be a hero, then there would be no distinction between heroes and killers whatsoever. No, it is overcoming adversity, breaking through the dark of night, and saving, not taking, lives that makes one a hero. If a true hero is forced to take one life, it is only in order to save another, even if that other is their own. So my fellow compatriots, if you, like us, are enraged by the destruction you see before you, then rest assured there is a way to defeat the one causing it. While we may have left for battle ourselves before it was complete, the Collaborator has since completed our secret weapon, one which gives us more than even odds of victory. Thank you for sharing your opinion. However, it did strike me as a tad long-winded for an impassioned mid-mission speech. Oh, wouldn't you say that's the pot calling the kettle black? I can't say I expected this AI to come with a timer function. The reason I went to the trouble of making that speech, good Chaldeans, was to verify your feelings on the subject. What happens next is up to you. So Seki, what will you do? Right. Fu! Ah, you got out again, Fu? Please get back in the storage space. Status report. 7-link heroic spirit cannon activated. 400 seconds until we can fire it. Commencing Operation God Destroyer 1. Demeter maneuver. Good luck, everyone. Yeah. Approximately 30 minutes ago. God Destroyer Alliance Base, Olympus Underground. Operation God Destroyer. What's that? It is what it sounds like. It's the name for the strategies we came up with to take down each of the gods. They've been the God Destroyer Alliance's goal for a long time. Hell, they're the whole reason our alliance exists. And luckily, Tesla's group made a ton of headway on them. Unfortunately, we failed in our attempt, so now we would like you to pick up where we left off. Please help us. I'm sure Mahatma had a hand in bringing you here. These spirit origins of ours may not know you, but you have fought alongside other versions of us before, right? I remember you. We met back in America. We fought both against and alongside each other. I'm sure you will all fight to the very best of your ability, but knowing you, I can promise you this. It still won't be easy. Which is why we have this. Senpai, that mechanism. Fu? Right. Externally, it appears to be very similar to the ones we saw in Atlantis. This is an original model, so I'm sure it's a cut above what you saw in terms of effectiveness and precision. After all, Clironomia never degrade when they're near the Cronus Crown, the symbol of the king of the gods. I'm guessing the Cronus Crown is that giant mechanical thing above the Great Shrine? That's right, it used to belong to Cronus back before the first Machia. So that's what keeps the Authority nanomachines in good working order. Huh? Sounds like extra divine providence. Fu. Fu! Whoa there. Careful, Fu. You don't want to get too close. Not unless you want that adorable fluffy body of yours to start swelling up like some kind of muscle balloon. Fu! Fu! Kyo! These Theos Clironomia contain the authority of both Athena and Ares, the two gods of war. They're very pure nanomachines that are usually only given to the royal guards stationed in the Great Shrine. They should be a huge help in combat. At least until their effects wear off. Anyway, they're one of the more powerful weapons we got with the Collaborator's help. Normal heroic spirits can't hold a candle to the gods, so you'll need these to power up your spirit origins. Ares Clironomia. Back in Atlantis, we heard these were long gone. I see. Well, don't worry, that's not the case here. They don't exactly grow on trees, but rest assured, we do have high-purity Clironomia from all of the 12 Olympians here. Usually, they would reject human-based spirit origins, but fortunately, we know how to adjust them to work on you. So we're basically getting a free power-up, huh? This is great. It's like Buddha himself has come to drag us out of hell. Those of us who live by the sword aren't picky about using what gives us an edge, at least not if you live by my Niten Ichiryu. Granted, I'm sure there are also regular heroic spirits capable of cutting down gods, but never mind those for now. I'd like to use them too if you don't mind, under the current circumstances. I also agree that we can't be picky about how we even the odds. Is this okay with you, Master? Thank you, Senpai. Don't worry, if I feel anything is wrong with my vitals, I'll let you know right away. That said, I think I'll be just fine. I saw what it was like for everyone else to fight with Clitonomia back in Atlantis. Now it's my turn. If you'll stand over there, Mash and Musashi, I'll begin the Clitonomia injection and bonding procedure. And while we're doing that, I'll go over exactly what Demeter is. Here's a video feed of what's taking place above ground right now. This is Demeter, goddess of the land, aka Demeter, interstellar voyage, supply, and production ship. She provides the Olympus interstellar fleet with the supplies they need, and on Earth she provides people with infinite resources. She's said to be the god who inherited the most from Gaia, one of the original prototype ships. She possesses authority over the harvest, in other words, production and regeneration. While her power does consume a fair amount of magical energy, she rarely has to worry about running out thanks to the connection she, along with all other gods, have to the god-made ley line in Olympus's Crystal Mountain range. Theoretically, she can regenerate from any amount of damage, making it impossible to completely destroy her. And if that wasn't bad enough, she also possesses Scream Eleusis, a destructive authority that breaks down old and dead organic matter into reusable resources. Between infinite regeneration defense and massively destructive attacks, she's a very powerful opponent. There's no way you can hope to defeat her in a normal battle. I see. Yes, that's certainly about what I would expect when going up against one of the 12 Olympians. What about that oral dissonance you two used yesterday? It appears to do a good job at cutting the gods off from their magical energy sources. That? Well, that is one of the Alliance's trump cards, but it's not one we can use freely. Plus, it takes a while to charge with magical energy, so it's still out of commission right now. Not to mention that the real thing is somewhere else right now. Sorry. I suppose I should have expected that it wouldn't be that easy. However, we've been developing a secret weapon on the sly, the 7-link heroic spirit cannon. With it, we have a non-zero chance of actually slaying the gods. Unfortunately, it wasn't ready when Tesla's group was still here, but it's ready now. With the heroic spirit cannon complete, we can finally fight back without having to cower in fear of the gods. The 7-link heroic spirit cannon. I'm not typically one to get excited about weaponry, but there is something about that name that gets my heart dancing. The 7-link heroic spirit cannon. Yes, the gods may have defeated us, but our loss was not in vain. Our path to victory was viable, we simply weren't able to take it. But now, our corpses have paved the way, and the path forward is clear. So go, and be victorious. Okay, thanks guys, now let me take it from here, or we'll be here all day. Alright, so the 7-links heroic spirit cannon is basically a giant super Mahatma cannon. It's a type of mystic code that all 7 of us heroic spirits pooled our magical energy into making. You could even call it a magecraft weapon of sorts. It uses Clitonomia from the Olympian gods, who were in the Coexistence faction and were defeated during the last Machia. Hades, god of the underworld, Apollo, god of the sun, Ares, god of war, and Hephaestus, god of the forge. All 7 of us, along with the collaborator, designed it to fire a pretty powerful projectile. It should be able to expose a mechanical god's divine core with a direct hit, which will open it up to further attack. This can work, I'm sure of it. Now, let's get down to how exactly we're going to pull this off. Our target is Demeter, the mechanical god destroying Olympus's South District, advancing as we speak. It looks like she's digging deep down into the ground too, which means it's only a matter of time until she also destroys this base. So we've got to fire the heroic spirit cannon before she can get the chance. According to our calculations, these are the 4 optimal positions at which the cannon can inflict the most damage. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta. Our job is to lure Demeter to one of these positions and score a direct hit on her with the heroic spirit cannon, after which we just wail on her. This is our surest path to victory right now, but be careful, the heroic spirit cannon might technically be complete now, but it can still only be fired once. If it misses, you'll be in big trouble. Clitonomia injection and bonding process complete. Vitals all look good. I'm all set too. This is amazing. I can feel the energy welling up inside me, magical and otherwise. As for the stuff with the cannon, we were listening along too, and I think we got the gist. Basically, we hit this goddess ship thingy with a special cannon, and then it'll be time to cut her down to size. Sounds like a plan to me. Now let's all go make it happen. Are you with me, Seki? Right, Master. Phew. There's just one last thing you should be aware of. We don't have time to get into the details now, but just be careful about what you say up on the surface. Down here, you can say whatever you want, but up there, make sure not to mention our base or our names. All set? Great. Then let's get this operation started. I have a visual on the target. Demeter is making her way through the South District, moving from the northern area to the southern. She's laying waste to everything in her path. She's going to destroy this entire region unless we stop her. That's probably her game plan. If she doesn't find us here in the south, she'll keep destroying all other districts one by one until she does. I'll say this about that plan. It's a pretty solid approach to killing us all no matter where we might be hiding. Case in point, the Alliance base is right in the southern tip's underground infrastructure. These gods don't do anything by halves, that's for sure. If nothing else, I'll give them points for style. Last time, Demeter stopped her assault after she'd killed all the heroic spirits above ground. But this time, we don't know what her ultimate objective is. For all we know, she might really destroy the entire city. Either way, we're not going to take this lying down. No way in hell I'm going to let this god destroy the city or wipe out our base. What's the latest status on the 7-link heroic spirit cannon? It's all set up on the rooftop of a disguised skyscraper in the middle of the South District. We're aiming it at Point Alpha as we speak. Find a way to lure Demeter there. We'll open fire as soon as we have her in our sights. Foo! Ah, please get back in the storage space, Foo! Let me go over this one more time. No, please don't. Thank you. No. Demeter is not acting alone. She's being accompanied by a number of escorts located directly beneath her. Specifically, it's a swarm of destructive machines and steel demonic beasts. You should be able to draw Demeter's attention by finding these escorts and destroying them one at a time. Our analysis tells us that Demeter relies exclusively on her overwhelmingly powerful abilities in combat, so she has no understanding of strategy or tactics as applied to battle. So the plan is to hit the nearby enemies hard, draw Demeter's attention, and lead her to Point Alpha. Fascinating. Yes, most fascinating indeed. It seems phase 1 of this anti-machine god strategy can best be described as, we won't know until we try. Booms! Holmes, you need to shut the fuck up. I'm shocked too, Senpai. I can't recall Sherlock Holmes ever saying something so cavalier before. It almost sounded to me like he was just, well, saying something for the hell of it. I assure you, Miss Kyrolite, I was being quite sincere. Buddy. Does he usually say that kind of stuff, or was he hitting the pipe of his when we weren't looking? No, while I do very much enjoy a good pipe, I'm quite sober at the moment. Nor am I anyone else disguised as me. Really? Now, more importantly, I'm sensing a number of magical energy signals not too far from us. Am I the only one? You're right, it's a group of Demeter's escorts. They appear to be about 200 meters away. And Demeter herself is 2,200 meters past them. We're close enough to begin the operation. Boom. So, Seki, what's your next move? Understood. Prelim time, huh? Fine by me. Very well, let us begin phase 2 of this anti-machine god strategy, the only move we can make. Ugh, my goodness.
Finally, combat.
Huh? I know.
Finally, combat. I managed to make and eat a meal in the time that cutscene took.
Look. this. I'm waiting for like some sort of like gotcha moment, but I'm like, this combat seems pretty straightforward, you know?
Yeah, this isn't it. This is just a
Okay.
this is normal fight.
Okay.
I assume you're paranoid after the Talos fight.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, oh, this is the start enemy for the chapter. Immediately gets curb stomped.
Yeah. So, if this is the Demeter fight, is this like, and if this section is the Demeter fight, is this the Demeter fight, or do we have to fight her again after this?
So this section is the Demeter fight. You're not gonna have to fight her again after section 6.
Okay.
Unless section 7 is a continuation of that fight, but it's like it's not gonna be like she goes away and she comes back for a boss rush in the finale.
Okay. Yeah, that was my question.
Now I make no promises for the future of FGO. God only knows they like to throw like random little, hey, remember this fight? And then we refight a fight and it's stupid.
Yeah, well, that's far enough in advance. I don't need to worry about that. I'm being so lazy. You know what the unfortunate part is? I have not gotten new blue stones yet.
No. That said, I don't. So here's the funny thing about the hard fights of this chapter. I actually don't think the stones or the revives help that much with these. You're either gonna win or you won't within the fight and maybe one revive.
Yeah.
They're like some of the some of the few fights that can actually hard lock you in the middle of the fight if you just can't get over it.
Yeah. I promise I don't hate Musashi, I just hate being forced to use exclusively Musashi.
That's Musashi's signature trademark.
I know! Ugh. Man, oh man, I feel great. These Ares Clitonomia are amazing. Confirming multiple hostiles down. These Athena Clitonomia are amazing too. I've been able to raise Ortonax's output to 90%. Master, with these on our side, I think we should have no problem going toe-to-toe with Olympus's forces. However, we'll still need more power in order to face a mechanical god. In this case, we require the 7-link heroic spirit cannon to break through her shielding. And let's not forget, it's only a matter of time until the escort troops you just defeated regenerate. So keep making your way through them until you get to Demeter. Onward. Oh. Ah, how sad. How tragic. Death is so sorrowful. Endings are such misery. Oh dear. Demeter is changing direction. Instead of heading to the southern edge, she started moving towards the east. What the? Why isn't she trying to use her unstoppable regenerative and offensive abilities on us? Damn it, change of plans. Forget about points alpha and beta. Hurry to point gamma. Demeter's escorts are reconstructing themselves and changing formation. Try to get her attention by destroying them again. Multiple hostiles detected again. The reconstructed escorts are making their way toward us. Good grief. Talk about your loyal guard dogs. Still, this would seem to work in our favor. Let's make extra sure to get Demeter's attention this time. Are you ready for another round of strenuous combat, ladies? Right, Master. Preparing to resume battle operations.
性能を披露するといたしましょう。よーし、そこ狙うからね。はち切れそうでしょ。日向の匂い、火薬の匂い。任せて、私が。もうふっと消えた。無駄ですよ。無駄ですよ。おう。
Well.
You have to have an immortal comp to use an immortal comp, unfortunately.
Yeah, and while I think I have like one member of the immortal team, I do not have all of them.
Do you have one member of the immortal team?
What's the immortal team?
Some form of Merlin, Castoria, and Morgan.
Oh no, never mind.
You can sometimes, I think some people have started can substitute it out for Trunk Sisters, and then the Merlins are interchangeable.
Sorry, I feel like I remember you keep mentioning like the immortal thing involves Qin Huang.
No, that's its own separate thing. He's right. Yeah, you can also substitute Morgan for a Himiko.
Well, I don't have a Himiko either.
Yeah.
Even though I want one. Very badly.
So desperately. Oh, and here's another fun part about the Immortal team. It's not very effective unless you have Castoria higher than NP1. Higher than NP1, you can do even crazier stuff with it. Makes it a little better.
I just realized I bought a saber to an archer fight.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I didn't choose to bring a saber to an archer fight.
Excuses, excuses.
This was chosen for me. Assigned saber at birth, Knick-Knack. That's patently not true. I was not assigned saber at birth. Jesus, my girl. Oh my god. I mean, it could just mean that you've had really good luck and you've been playing for a long time. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to touch grass, but, you know.
Look, I have all those servants. I don't have necessarily the NP levels on my Castorias to pull off effective immortal comps, and my Morgan's only NP1 at level 90, so I don't get enough damage to want to do that very often. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some of the different pieces that you can use. I didn't know you could put Johanna in there. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, your account's like distinct weakness right now is that you don't have a lot of like crazy good survivability options.
Yeah, well, that's not my fault.
commentary. There's a reason why I had you use Scotty's NP of all things for a defensive buff for a one hit when it only has one hit.
Yeah.
So how's your backline?
Well, I mean, it's Estrella, you know. Is it ever bad when Estrella is there? No. She is the moment. Yeah, okay, I haven't had opportunities to get a Castoria. She doesn't come around on Raid Up that often. I feel that violence is a viable solution, you know?
We'll go with that.
Hey.
See, Kian, some of us didn't have a Castoria during that fight when we played because we played it at launch.
You sound sore, Knickknack.
That fight sucked at launch.
You sound.
We had Merlin and we had Scotty and Zhuge
upsetty.
We didn't have them blue stones. We didn't have 1 day recharges on our command seals. We had 1 command seal per day. Blue stones weren't a thing. And Scotty was our best support for damage.
Oh yeah, because Koyan Sky wasn't out then, was she?
No. I hear the new art support is good. I'm trying to get her right now. But she's
Who
just
is
not...
the new art support?
It's one of the Norns.
Ord Verdandi or Skuld.
Ord.
Ord. Solid. Solid. I thought that was Creamheld. I do need me an arts Koyan, so you know.
I mean, that's supposed to be called Tamamo no Mai. Unfortunately, Tamamo no Mai is power crept to shit and back.
Yeah. That was an annoying fucking fight. I can't believe they made me bring a saber to a fucking archer battle. That was disgusting. Okay, Knickknack. Am I facing Demeter and being forced to use Miyamoto Musashi?
Oh, there's 2 Demeter fights, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so then I'm not facing it in Section 6?
So you're facing her here, and then you're going to face her one more time in 7.
Okay. In any of these fights, do I get to pick my own fucking team?
Ha, no.
Why? This is bullshit. That's what this is. There, we broke through the second wave of escorts. Oh, we can so do this. Seriously, these war god nano-whatsits are freaking amazing. I'm not about to convert from Buddhism anytime soon, but I can still totally get the appeal. Thanks for helping out. Anyway, that ought to have gotten Demeter's attention by... Ah, how sad, how tragic. Death is so sorrowful, endings are such misery. Oh, my beloved citizens of Olympus, my darling precious children. I'm getting sick and tired of reading those lines over and over again. The hell? She's ignoring us? It seems Demeter does not get involved in her escort's affairs. I suppose they must all be operating independently then. Foe? These escorts are only slowing us down. If we're to lure Demeter to Point Gamma, it seems we'll have to get out in front of her and make her notice us. She may have limitless capacity for regeneration, but even she cannot ignore a direct attack to the face. So, you want us to directly attack a god. I'll even go so far as to say that the third phase of this anti-machine god strategy is hit them as hard as you can. So that is the wisdom Sherlock Holmes, great sage of proper human history, has to offer. It's a reckless, foolhardy plan, but the premise is sound. Okay, Mash, Musashi, and Seki, the rest is up to you. Don't even think about trying to defeat her. Just holding out against her will be more fiendishly difficult than you can possibly imagine. But for the plan to succeed, you will have to evade her attacks and hold out as best as you can until you can lead her to Point Gamma. That's a big butt crack. Ah, how sad, how tragic. Death is so sorrowful. Endings are such misery. She's been repeating the same crap for a while now. God, yes. Master Orator, not so much. Hell, I bet most modern-day kitchen appliance AIs are chattier than her. She could learn a thing or two from a good kabuki show. Alright, that's about all the bluffing I can muster. What do you think, Seki? I knew it! Then let's keep this attitude up for one last push. Demeter is approximately 2,600 meters away from our position. Deploying rapid movement charge to initiate battle. Alright, is this a win condition or a survive condition?
Let me triple check, but I'm pretty sure it's survive. Yeah, you just have to survive 4 turns.
Oh, 4 turns? Okay.
Yep.
I have a feeling that's not as simple as it sounds. I'm gonna get the motivational M&Ms out. Oh, Jesus, I just tried to check with my mouse. Alright. Resistance to all attacks, immune to all debuffs, that's fine. Recover HP at end of turn. Increase damage dealt to servants with power of the star. Does that mean foreigners?
Power of the stars. I'd have to look through it. It's one of those random FGO traits, mostly a lore thing. Let me take a look, give you a rundown. Well, like Kukulkan, for example, is one of them.
Ah. Okay. Well, I just need to survive. I don't need to win, right?
Yes.
Okay. Pioneer of the star skill. Okay, or star attribute. So, Voyager is a bad choice here.
Yeah. Holmes is also a bad choice here.
Well, good thing I didn't bring either of them.
There's a bunch of services. Some of them are actually good choices to bring here because they do that much damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, just mission survive.
Okay.
天満台自在天使命じたのに憤怒をもって諸悪を断つ我が勝負医者の大天将なんの切り返せるか 我が剣能よ
Don't you love how much damage you're doing with
悲
crits?
しかな
Well, so long as I don't have to damage, it doesn't matter.
ごめ
You
んな
know?
さいね無駄です
I'm more watching how much health she's taking off of them. Okay.
内熱衝撃は想定します
五輪の神
あくまで
お見せしましょう
いいでしょう
南天満台自在天使元気にその騎勢を断つ
Unfortunately, we're going to need some kind of damage buffer to push Seki over the edge in this fight, and her best rider is not is a Buster servant right now, so it's gonna have to be Koyon, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, I've got Odysseus, but I guess that's because that's AoE.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the damage out of Odysseus you need.
Yeah.
剣能を使っても砕けはしま
Nope.
せん
She did not buy a Kentucky rider from the shop.
Nope. I have cats.
あ
It's
それ無理です
fine.
ね小屋しかや森に帰ります悲しきは死死は終わり
Look, we're gonna try this with Kets first. If that fails, then we'll start talking about panic investments.
I don't want to do a panic investment.
唐突にひらめいたよーしそこ狙うからね任せてなんの
She doesn't have milk though, and unfortunately, this is not.
Wait,
These
is
are
it Rick Mandricardo?
Yes.
I have Mandricardo, I just don't have him leveled.
すぐに
Yeah, that's what I mean by pet. Because you have Ushi too. Magikarp or Ushi are also viable in this fight, but that requires investment.
That's fair. I have a Meltrilus.
殺しますから
Yeah, Lance or Meltros.
Yeah, I don't have Rider Melt.
What's Alter Ego?
Oh, yeah. Don't have that one.
どうお任せて
The issue here is entirely one of who does she actually have investment in, and won't require us to turn around and start pure
騎勢を断つ
or start buying mats from the shop to make level skills quicker. So I advise her to level her Ket's skills a little bit.
I don't think I did that. We might be doing that today.
You said you got her to like 5, right? 5 or 6.
I don't remember. I'd have to double check. Alright, I survived 4 turns.
ごめんなさいね
Okay. I was like, why? You better be done.
Let's start that 4th turn.
I was gonna survive it no matter what. Ah, how sad, how tragic. Death is so sorrowful. Endings are such misery. Why? Why? Why do you hurry to your deaths? Shatter. Yeah, no, I don't have Rider Kentucky. Didn't buy him. Oh dear. I somehow managed to withstand her large-scale magical energy emanation. The Ortonax's auto-maintenance is still working. Theoretically, I should be able to take 2 more strikes. Are you all right, Master? I'm relieved to hear that. There, we finally have the big gal's attention. Although, not only is her armor super tough, it really does regenerate before your eyes, huh? We'll obviously never get anywhere like this. We've got to fight mass with mass. So, how's that part going? It isn't much, but she has slightly altered her course to face us. Assuming she doesn't further alter her course, she should arrive at Point Gamma in due time. So far, so good, as they say, but I can't help but wonder, how many more times can we weather that assault? Even with Miss Chirolite's considerable defenses, I'm also forced to conclude that 2 more strikes is our limit. Suffice to say, things are not looking good. Foe! Foe! Damn it, this is bad. Enemy reinforcements are headed this way from the Eastern District, and fast. It's the Olympus official guards. Depending on their numbers, you might not be a match for them, even in your powered-up states. So you are the Chaldeans, the demons who defy Lady Demeter and turn their blades on the gods of Olympus. We will cut you all down, women and children or not. Master. No, we have no blue rocks. How'd they make it here through all these explosions? Oh right, they come back to life. Makes sense. Man, as if Demeter wasn't a hell of a handful on her own. Now we've got a bunch of tough-ass soldiers who don't even fear their own deaths to deal with, too. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, way more than I can count. Saying things aren't looking good would be kind of an understatement. Alright, Shinmen Musashi, how are you gonna get out of this one? Okay. Knick-knack, y'all gotta be better on what sections I need to be afraid of. I keep getting gaslit about sections that aren't. I never use command seals. When I gaze up at the sky, I'm able to forget the horrible atrocities taking place beneath me, if only for a moment. My beloved humans, my dear darling humans, born for the sole purpose of being loved. I'm so sorry I am such a terrible mother, taking life as readily as I give it. Countless lives burst apart and vanish. But it's okay. Please, there's no need to worry. This is the eternal cycle. Slaughter, rebirth, slaughter, rebirth, slaughter, rebirth, slaughter, rebirth. So what significance could there be in speeding that cycle up a bit here? Yes, that's right, isn't it? Being alive, being dead, it's all the same, there's no significance. All the same. Huh? Persephone, is that you? In that case, Mother, I guess you won't mind if I stay dead too. Oh, shut up, phone. Okay. Well, that's a lot of screaming. Ah! Oh dear. Lady Demeter. Ah! What the? Over half of the Olympus official guards have been wiped out after being caught in Demeter's wild attack. There was something different about that last scream. Could Demeter be malfunctioning? Curse you. Curse you, cowardly Chaldea demons! Those gods from foreign lands warned us he'd probably use some kind of trick. I don't know what you did to Lady Demeter, but prepare to die. You stabbed me in the back? You coward! Shut up! Yeah, buddy. Whoever that was just took out that Olympian soldier like he was nothing. You guys are just gonna come back to life as long as the gods are around, right? Then I ain't gonna feel bad about killing you. It's Canis! Oh wait, never mind. That shit doesn't work when you're up against me. Looks like you're gonna be staying dead forever then. Sucks to be you, huh, chumps? Hey, you Chaldean shitheads. Been a while. Affectionate. Damn straight. Well, yeah, isn't it obvious, idiot? Far as I'm concerned, you guys and these piece of shit Olympian soldiers are both my enemies. Canis, but you're Kirstaria's servant. Yeah. And you said you were going to kill us. Goddamn right I did. Huh? Foo. Excellent sneak attack back there. Canis, was it? Wow, so you're a beauty and a spear wielder, huh? Judging from that divinely rugged spear play, I'm guessing you've got some connection to the Greek god of the sea. Call me a beauty again, and I'll kill you. Aw, come on. Wouldn't it be lying if I didn't call a beauty whenever I saw it? Does that mean it's okay for me to lie to you whenever we talk? Aw, man, that's gonna make me feel bad. The hell? Don't even think about lying to me, bitch. You try it, and I'll cut out your eyes and turn your skull into a habitat for a damn octopus. Right? Then it's settled. We're gonna be the kind of friends who can tell each other anything. Nice to meet you, Canis. Seeing you mow down those immortal Olympian soldiers was like poetry in motion. Huh? Hang on. Shouldn't those soldiers have come back by now? Yeah, Freshard, you're not wrong. Musashi is making the inner thoughts I had outer thoughts from her voice. Hell no, they're not coming back. I already told you, I'm a divine spirit, damn it. And right now, I've got a sea god backing me up. Sure, I might be a servant from proper human history, so that's the version of Poseidon backing me up. But he's still a god, and his domain is still the sea. Poseidon's the same kind of ship god as Demeter, and he used to be just as much a god of land as Gaia was back when humanity wasn't worth shit. So of course, I can use his authority over the land too, which means I can easily neutralize the blessing that's making these punks immortal. Yeah, I mean, canonically, so Poseidon is called the Earthshaker, right? And that is in reference to his ability to control, like, earthquakes and such, which means that Poseidon does have a fair amount of power over the land, because earthquakes are, you know, in their purest form, land moving, right? Testing. 1, 2, 3. This is the storm border. Do you read me? Excellent. It worked. We've got video again. I trust you can hear me as well, Seki. Director Gordolf. Oh hey, if it isn't Goff. Fluff. Glad to see you're alright, Mash. And did that little furball sneak out of the ship again? I see you managed to meet up with Miyamoto Musashi. Huh, thank goodness my ass. I'm the one keeping you punks connected. Ah, I see Canis managed to find you too. Good. This is all very good. We gave Canis a communications relay that should boost our connection and let us communicate in real time. It's a special device our technical advisor put together to compensate for Olympus's environments. Very well. I'll also tell her you said to get some rest already. Now then, I've got a fairly good grasp on your situation. Really, it's hard to miss the giant machine god destroying the city, given she's, well, giant. And knowing all of you, I was all but certain you'd be leaving the Tree of Emptiness aside in favor of doing something about her. Well, am I right? I'm right, aren't I? Just to be clear, you could start with the praise whenever you like. At any rate, I don't know how much you're currently struggling, but now that we've got Canis on our side, use the extra help as you see fit. Then I want you to defeat every last one of those damn machine gods and cut down the Tree of Emptiness. You got a death wish or something? Who said any of you could use me? Yep. Well, let's not forget, Canis, you owe me a debt, do you not? In fact, I distinctly remember you admitting defeat in the face of my overwhelmingly skillful negotiation technique and saying you would do whatever we asked. You are a divine spirit, are you not? Surely you're not about to go back on your word, are you? Tsk. I'm not clear on the particulars of how this came to pass, but I trust we can now count Canis among our ranks. Precisely, Administrative Advisor. Now, go ahead and use Canis however you need to bring that god down. Hey, the next time you talk about using me, I'm going to skewer you alive and feed you to the nearest whale. Save those sort of threats for shark fin in the cockpit. Still, that was a poor choice of words, so I'll be more careful in the future. I'm sorry. Eesh, you punks really want a dipshit like that as your commander? Alright, everyone, now that you know Canis is on our side, you should be up to speed. Try to get along as best you can. Whoa. So, Canis is on our side now? I don't know how this happened, but if it's true, this is wonderful news, Master. Ha! Don't get it twisted, you Chaldean dumbasses. I owe Gordolf Muzik there a debt, so I'm just putting my spear in your hands until I pay him back. Once that's done, I'm still gonna kill the absolute shit out of all of you, no matter what else happens. Really? Are you sure about that? The hell you trying to say, bitch? You think I don't mean what I say? Oh no, of course not. I can tell you're serious, and that you're not really our ally at all. I just mean, given how bad things are around here, you might not be around long enough to pay back your debt. So what? You're saying I'm gonna die like a dog or something? I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, maybe. I mean, take a look. Impossible. Is that Lord Canis? No, it can't be. It must be an illusion cast by the Chaldeans. All hands, destroy that fake Canis. We can't let her make any more trouble for Lady Demeter. Yeah, alright, I got it. Less talk, more spear, right? Alright, Chaldean dipshits, it's your lucky day. I'll let you command me in this fight. When you're done, you'd better make sure none of these Olympian soldiers are left alive. I love Canis. Knick-knack, do I need to care? Hello? What? I'm gonna assume Canis is a buster then. Where is my baby? Where'd she go? She is. It doesn't really matter what else I stick in there. Okay. Oh, do they not swear on JP? Huh. Yeah, Canis has a potty mouth. Wait, no, I wanna... Okay, you need... Yeah, probably.
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying I was stepping away for a minute, but I don't think you heard me.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear that at all.
See, people, she doesn't listen to
命
me.
のやりとりとか
Do I need
どんな
to?
ことになってるな
Would be nice once in a while, yes.
俺は強い。てめえは死ぬ。やってやるよ。
お参りしていきます日向のように火薬のように好き放題扱ってあげましょう
受けたま。うるせえな。見てるかポセイドン。誰も彼も俺の高さには届かねえ。羽ばたくべ。落体
Oh, it's an AoE.
Yes.
I thought it was a single target.
なんの
うるせおう。
任せて
おえ。そりゃ。
Beautiful. I wish she was using a lance.
No, they're talking about the enemy.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you're right. They are using sword and shield. What up?
Nothing, just yawning.
こういうのはどうだ。つまり連中だな。他にやることないの。受けたま。うるせえな。飛べ飛べ。どこまで俺はいける。そうだろ。落体
I like Canis.
それ。
I like Canis a lot.
俺に勝てるやつはいねえんだよ。
I would not be upset if I rolled a Canis. I would be very happy if I did.
4-star, so you might get her at some point.
Oh, is she a 4-star? Huh.
Yep.
Is she always in the pool, or is she limited?
I can't remember.
Half a day earlier, inside the storm border. Please, Director, stop. We don't have to do this. Really, why in the world didn't you restrain this servant when you had the chance? You couldn't have known what we had back when that Nemo Marine picked up a mysterious magical energy signal. But why the recovery pod treatment once you did, and without restraints no less? And if that wasn't bad enough, you went and gave her a regular bed once she healed up. This is nuts. I don't know what you were thinking, but I'm sure as hell not going in that room. Believe me, I understand the risks involved here. However, the fact is this could be our only chance to obtain something we desperately need. Remember, we still have yet to hear back from Seki. She could have failed to rendezvous with the heroic spirits who got here before us and may be looking for a way out of a precarious situation even as we speak. And if so, what can we do? As things stand now, we have nothing and no one we can send to help her. So it is imperative, absolutely imperative, that we find some means to fight back immediately. Well, yeah, sure, I get all that. But that doesn't make her a good option. I mean, she's just gonna kill us once she wakes up. Oh, stuff it. My inner tool is telling me to go for it, so I'm going for it. I've come this far without second-guessing myself, and I'm not about to start now. I'll present her with this luscious, freshly baked croissant and do whatever it takes to win her over to our side. Don't try to stop me, Pompadour. Here goes nothing. Really? His name is Mounier. It's not that hard. I take it you're awake now. My name is Gordolf Music. I'm also known as Music the Phoenix and Music the Brave. I'm the current director of Chaldea, though I'm sure you could tell as much from looking at me. I apologize for the intrusion, but we've been monitoring your vitals, so I know you're conscious enough to converse. I have a nice fluffy croissant for you here, which I offer with no ulterior motive whatsoever. Shut up, Gorderoy, or whatever the hell it is. I heard the whole thing. Yes, well that does have a nice strong ring to it. I'm afraid I must correct you. It's Gordolf, not Gorderoy. You gave the order to pick me up? Yes. And you put me in that recovery what's-it without restraining me? Uh-huh. And you also let me sleep in a real room instead of a jail cell? Uh-huh. I don't get it. I'm Canis. Remember how I swore I'd kill every last one of you dumbasses? You must have known that when you chose to help me. So that means... you got a death wish? No. Quit nodding and say something, damn it. What are you, some kind of drunk freshwater mussel? Answer me. If you don't, I'll take your silence as confirmation you got a death wish. Of course I don't want to die. I'm standing here now because I believe we can cut a deal. I saved your life. That means you owe me a debt. Huh? Are you serious? You're damn right I'm serious. You were on the brink of death. Hell, you practically were dead. So no, you wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for my bravery and my cunning calculations. That said, my original plan was only to heal you a little bit and negotiate with you while you were still weak. I never expected you to recover so much so fast. Damn it, Gordolf, of all the mistakes you could have made. You wanted to take advantage of me while I was still weak? That's extortion, not negotiation. Huh? Really? Is that how it comes across? Damn straight! It's no different from telling a POW that they'll have to be your slave if they want to stay alive. Ugh, cripes, I never thought of it that way before, but she's right. Nice, that's way easier to believe than saving me out of the goodness of your heart. I'd have straight up murdered you if you'd tried to pull that Good Samaritan bullshit. Your plan's screwed though, since I'm pretty much all better now. Let's see. Yeah, if the internal material of your suitcase is turned into dust, that means that it's probably dead. Yeah, Xenia! Xenia laws, people! Your plan's pretty screwed though, since I'm pretty much all better. I don't know what kind of magecraft or mystic code you used to heal me, but right now I've got authority over both the land and the sea. Once I've snacked on a little magical energy, my spirit origin will pretty much heal itself. See? I'm all healed up good as new, so I don't need your help anymore. So you wanted to negotiate? How are you gonna go about that now? Because from where I stand, you ain't got shit for leverage. Well, there's the fact that I saved your life. Heard that one already. What else you got? Nothing? If it's nothing, I'm killing you right now. Well, I thought you didn't want to die. You'd better speak up quick or my spear might slip. Or maybe I'll just kill you with my bare hands. Which part of you should I crush? Your heart? Your skull? Maybe I'll start with your throat and then get creative. Come on, you fat prick. Say something. Don't you got anything else to throw at me? We've also defeated Poseidon. Huh? Huh? The Stormboarder, our state-of-the-art ship, defeated Poseidon, the mechanical god of the sea protecting Atlantis. What do you think of that? You're the Canis from Greek mythology, right? So hearing of Poseidon's destruction must make you feel pretty good, right? I can't believe this. Damn it, I can't believe of all people you Chaldeans beat me to it. That shitty punk-ass bastard might not be the Poseidon I know from proper human history, but still. I was supposed to be the one to finish that asshole off. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, Xenia is the concept of hospitality, and it's really, really important in Greek mythology, right? Household Xenia is one of like the major driving reasons behind like a lot of interesting things in mythology. Like for example, the reason why Penelope had to allow the suitors to stay all those years while she was waiting for Odysseus is because they claimed the Xenia of the king of the house, right? The man of the house, and because there was no man of the house, she could not kick them out, right? Like, that's how important Xenia is, right? Like, she's the queen of the country and the lady of the house, but she couldn't kick them out because the Xenia they claimed was not hers. It was her husband's. So only her husband could kick them out, which is why they were so obsessed with becoming her husband. Anyway, that aside, you beat Poseidon, huh? Solid card to play. You might have some skill at this negotiation stuff after all. Thank you? 5 minutes. 5 minutes? I'll be nice and hold off on killing you for 5 minutes. 4 minutes and 59 seconds. 58. Now just a minute. You mean everything I worked up the courage to tell you only bought me 5 minutes of leeway? You ought to be proud. You got 5 whole minutes from me. Make 'em count. You could run over away, not that it'll do you any good. You could call for help, which also won't do you any good. So, Gordolf Music of Chaldea, what are you gonna do? So once 5 minutes have passed, you're going to kill me. No, not just me. Everyone on this ship? Yup. Then I'll have to find a way to stop you, whatever it takes. Oh yeah? And what are you gonna do, Mustache? You sure you don't just want to make a run for it? Look, you might be an idiot, but I can tell you're not completely stupid. So, you do know that when I say I'll give you 5 minutes, I mean you are the only one getting the head start, right? Be that as it may, as a director, I have a responsibility to... You think I give a seahorse's shit about that? Besides, what's responsibility compared to your own life? Just forget about all your allies on this ship and run for your life like the pathetic little coward you are. Nobody'd blame you for it, especially since they'll be kinda busy being dead. Be that as it may, I still have a responsibility to... Who cares? What is this, some commander's pride thing? Alright, last chance. Go on and get out of here before I change my mind. If you don't get why I'm letting you off the hook, then fine. I'm gonna feel kind of bad, but I'll start by killing you. You're wrong. This isn't about my responsibility as a commander at all. No. You've got it all wrong. This goes way further than just my time as a commander. I know, goddammit. It was me. It's my fault the world ended. I'm to blame for Chaldea's destruction. Partly. You think I don't think about that every day? Chaldea's staff didn't do anything wrong. The incineration of humanity wasn't their fault, and I damn well know it. They didn't have a choice. They had to try and fix the apocalypse with just a few dozen people. I knew that. Even then I knew it, and still I insisted it was all their fault. They were amazing. And if I hadn't come in and taken over as the director and screwed everything up, things might have gone differently. So there you have it. I don't want to do this. I'm terrified to even try, but I still have to see this through. You see, I'm the most important thing to me, by a lot. That's why I don't want to be a traitor to humanity. That's why I don't want to end up just some useless coward. Chubby. Moony hair, please. And it's why I can't run away now, even if it means I end up dying here. That's why I won't back down. I won't. Do you hear me, Canis? I'm standing my ground because I think we can cut a deal. I saved your life. My team and I defeated the sea god you hate, even if he wasn't the one you know from proper human history. And what's more... Well... What's more... 2 minutes. 1 minute 59 seconds. And what's more, I've got a freshly baked croissant. Right here. It's crispy on the outside, soft and flaky on the inside, and so delicious you'll... Oh, so that's what you've had there all this time. I thought it was some kind of poison. So it's food? That's right, it's made with tons of butter and has all the calories you could want. I've also got milk and tea to go with it if you like. Croissants are delicious, but they can make you feel a bit parched. Are you serious? Are you trying to win a heroic spirit over with food? Are you actually trying to negotiate with me, Canis the Tyrant, now Canis the Divine Spirit, with a freaking piece of bread? This is the funniest goddamn thing I've seen in I don't even know how long. It's too bad Kirstaria didn't talk to you more. I've never seen anyone so insolent in my life. Surely it can't be that funny, can it? Even Tool used to love these croissants. Give me that. Huh? I said give it here already. Huh. So that's a croissant. Thanks. That was good. Well, that was good. Not only that, I haven't laughed that hard since I manifested. So I'd have to say you won this little exchange of ours. All right, Music, I officially owe you one. You name one thing you want me to do and I'll do it. Really? You mean it? I'm a lot of things, but not a liar. I'd never kill anyone who gave me such a warm reception. I'm not a damn centaur after all. I might not act like it, but I'm still a king. Go ahead, name your request. I'll do anything you want that's reasonably within my power. Permission to speak freely? Sure. Could I make a second request as well? One to return the favor I did you with the recovery pod. What do you say? You're serious. The fact is, I need help. I can't shake this feeling that things are going very badly out there. Did Seki's team manage to meet up with numerous allies like they did in Atlantis, or did the heroic spirits who got here ahead of us all meet an untimely end? If it turns out to be the latter, then we need you more than anything. Huh? That is to say, we need your help, desperately. And while I'm at it, I also want that thing you've been holding so tightly in your right hand ever since we found you. Hmm? My right hand? Oh yeah, I guess I do have something here, don't I? I must have grabbed hold of it when I was floating around in the sea. That's a fragment of the moon goddess, complete with Artemis Clitonomia. It's a bloody miracle you happen to find it. Please, let us have it. It is of the utmost importance that we have it. Go nuts. I sure as shit don't have any need for this thing. Ah, what a waste. It's okay. I don't want to know what we would have done if it had broken. Alright, I guess it wouldn't, would it? Thank you, Canis. I appreciate this more than I can say. Now at last, we have the means to fight back. Excuse me for a moment. What are you doing back out here, Chubby? Perfect timing, Manuel. I'll need you to bring this to my technical advisor at once. After that, I want you to use every bit of electricity the Stormborder has at its disposal to contact Scion back at the Wandering Sea, even if only for a few seconds. When you do, you are to tell her, we have the last material. Huh. And with that, my work is done. My subordinates should be able to take it from here. See ya, Zero! Well then, now that things have settled down a bit, there's something I need to ask you. This has nothing to do with learning our enemy's strategy, or figuring out his weaknesses or anything like that. I just want to know, out of, personal curiosity? Disbelief? No, this really only about my pride as a fellow noble. What is your master, Kirstaria Wodaim, like as a person? Could I ask you to tell me your personal thoughts about him? Present time. At any rate, the important thing to know is that Canis is not your enemy. I'll tell you all about the bond of trust we forged later. Seki, Mash Carolite, you two are our last hope for restoring proper human history. It is for that eminently logical reason that I risked my own life to help you. Since my gamble has paid off, it's time for you two to take the proverbial ball and run with it. Right, Master, resuming combat now. If she doesn't want to follow us to our destination, we'll just have to drag her there, kicking and screaming. Don't worry, I'll give everything I've got to make that happen. If 4 swords aren't enough, I'll break out my immovable 5th to finish the job. Can we count on your help too, Canis? Even though if you do this, you'll be throwing your lot in with anti-Olympus Lost Belt forces. Ha, fine with me. If they didn't want me switching sides, they shouldn't have stabbed me in the back in the first place. Huh? Care to elaborate? Shut up. Forget I said anything. All I need to do is kick this god's fat ass, right? Okay, Gordolf Music. Time to see for yourself what a powerful asset I can be. Don't you dare miss a second of this. If you so much as blink, I'll kill you on the spot. Now check this shit out. Lapithai Canis. Caneus. A bird with golden wings bursts forth. Its violent shockwaves rock even Demeter's massive core. It's not enough to bring her down, only to make her lurch. Yet, even so, all her disparate parts began shaking to help her keep balance. Once, twice. One more lurch and she'll be where the god destroyers need her to be. But it doesn't happen. We're not done yet! Setting Ortnax to maximum output, preparing to pierce Demeter's base with the bunker bolt. Ha! There, Demeter's at point Gamma. Now's our chance, firing our final weapon, the 7-link heroic spirit cannon. Ah! Ah! No, I'm not gonna scream that loud. We hit her. It sounds like she's screaming. Do you hear that? Do you see that? It's working. You're right. I can see cracks where the blast hit her outer shell. Way to go, 7-link heroic spirit cannon. You actually managed to crack open that super tough god armor. It's not over yet. Do not let your guard down. The blast still didn't manage to expose Demeter's divine core. I can't believe it. Her armor is even tougher than I thought. I hate to say it, but I'm impressed. I can't believe she managed to take a direct hit from our 7-link heroic spirit cannon and remain intact. That being said, her armor isn't invincible anymore, especially now that we've got Canis' spear negating her healing authority. We've definitely got a shot at beating her now. Come on, there's nothing to be afraid of. Mash, Seki. Understood, Master. Setting Ortnax output to 80%. I'll keep up the attack, making use of the Krenomia's effects. So I've got a chance to kill a god now. Perfect. Hell yeah, let's do this thing. You better believe I'm gonna use you for my own purposes, Chaldean dumbasses. Huh? Was that Nikola Tesla I saw just now? Is he one of the heroic spirits that got here before us? Does this mean I was working myself up over nothing? I don't recognize that boy and girl over there either. Well, no matter. Right now, our top priority is taking down Demeter. Leave this part to me, everyone. Is that clear? Begin the attack. Alright, no matter. Begin the attack, everyone. So I'm assuming this is the Demeter fight.
Yes, this is the actual one.
Okay.
One that is making chat quake in its boots.
Alright, so I have to take Canis. What else
Yes.
should I do? Hold on, let me flip over to a... here, we can fuck with this lineup. Okay.
Frankly, the best team. Frankly, the best team's probably going to be Waver in the front.
Okay.
Pets. Obviously, you can't really move Canis. Have Koyon in the back.
You want Kets in the front too?
Yes, Ket's in the front.
Alright, hold on. Did I? Okay, I have her skills at 6, 5, and 2.
That'll have to work.
Yeah, I think I just didn't have enough gems. In theory, I could always try to buffer a little bit. Alright, in the back?
In the back, you're going to want Koyon.
Okay, let me go get her.
We're just keeping her back there to shield her from early damage until she can actually start putting her buffs out.
Okay.
Other than Koyon, you're gonna want you're gonna want Mash because she's free, and then Calder.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then I need to equip CEs. I'm
Yeah.
assuming Coulter probably should take that Guts CE I've been putting on.
No, actually.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coulter has his own built-in survivability tools. It's not really worth leaning on that gut CE.
Okay.
If you're going to put that on anyone, I'd put it on MASH, but I'd also potentially hold off on that because MASH isn't necessarily going to be useful for much other than drawing fire away from Coulter.
Okay.
I would actually, but first I would actually focus on making sure your CEs up top are fine. So I would give Kets a CE, preferably something that starts her with 50% charge.
Is there a way to filter for charge?
It'll tell you the percentages. You just have to have charge, like have it set to look for charge.
Charge up, or like which?
It'll be NP gain.
It'll be NP gain. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I've got a 40%.
You should have a 50%. I've gone out of my way to make sure you get a 50%.
Oh, okay, I do. I have Chesmatus.
Oh, hang on.
What?
I didn't realize you had something like that.
What?
Do you want to try playing the fight faster or slower?
Whatever gets me through it.
So you have a CE up there that gives you only 30%, but you're also going to get a. You're also going to have debuff remove resist.
Oh,
buff
Silent Knight?
Yes.
Holy Blue?
I wish you had that. I wish you had that max limit broken, but there's nothing we can really do about that. But yes, that is.
Okay. All
That
right.
is going to be one of the best.
What about Waver?
Waver, he's actually probably going to get swapped out. You can give him a CE that throws C stars at you, but really Koyon's going to be the. I put that's what I put on C stars maybe, because he actually no. Sorry, I know I'm going back and forth on this. Give Waver the she has debuff resist, so yeah, give him a C star bomb. I can't think of much else that would help with him with this fight too much.
All right. Does anyone in the back
also-
line? Okay.
Koyon also would probably benefit from a C star bomb.
Okay. All right.
And then you can do whatever you want with Mash and Coulter. I would just if you're gonna do Coulter, I recommend something for his damage. If you're gonna do Mash, I would recommend the Necromancy. I don't know if you could fit either of them though. I think you might be
Well, it depends.
on C's.
I can fit one. I just have to go down to the 4 stars.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll try it this way. All right. Oh, do I want to change my command code?
But have the swapping. Have it for swapping.
Okay, so the one I'm currently using.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
We're gonna be playing this a little bit of a gamble, but if it pays off, it's gonna pay off.
Yeah.
なんだというのあなたたちはもう諦めなさい
Fuck you, butt crack lady.
俺は心霊だ
Okay. So. Alright. So what am I looking at?
The first thing you want to do is you want to. The Kododo is saying hit with Canis immediately. Let me triple check that because I don't remember that part of the fight, but that actually might be correct.
And okay, if you say that, do you mean like get the NP up and hit, or just hit with Canis?
Just hit with Canis.
Okay, because I do have 3 Canis cards in my hand. I also need to know
Yeah.
which buffs to pop now. On who?
Pop the guts on Ket, just so you can get that recharge going for it for later in case something goes wrong.
Okay.
And
Alright.
Canis, if you're going to be hitting with Canis, you might as well just pop all of Canis' skills. Even if Canis gets swapped out after this.
Okay. Oh, remember, I can only swap out one servant.
Yes, and you're going to want to swap out Canis. Canis is not going to do much for you this fight after.
Is there a reason for that?
Because she's a 4-star AoE servant. That doesn't hit very hard
Okay.
with
Well,
no class advantage.
okay. Is it because Canis gives her a bunch of debuffs?
Yes, I presume so. It also removed the Demeter Killer of Mia, but I didn't see that on her, so I don't know specifically. I'm just taking Chad's advice on that.
Okay. I mean, in theory, I have a Canis NP right now.
It would not bother.
Okay. So just swap her out?
Just walk her out and get going on get going on popping stuff on Kets.
Alright, I'm assuming I'm swapping Canis for Koyan. Right? Knick-knack? Am I swapping Canis for Koyan?
Give me 1 second. Yes, yes.
Okay. Alright, should I give Kets her own skill ups?
Yes.
Both of them?
Now we see RNG screwed out of this just because we only have a 50% chance, but we're gonna hope. Yes.
Okay. And then drop all of Koyan's skills on Kets?
The second one might be worth holding off on.
But
I don't think you need to see stars.
Okay.
The first.
Okay. Alright, I'm assuming drop that NP.
Yep.
Should I QAB chain it or just...
It doesn't really. Well, actually, I would use I'd go BQA. BQA. Because you're gonna want to get your NP back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. It's a little hard to judo something that's shaped like this. Oh, she has a lot of damage resists, doesn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, I can tell. Okay, well, Kets' NP's back up, so I'm assuming drop it?
Yep.
Okay, should I just go ahead and use Koyan's second skill because she's not gonna...
Yes, I would also consider trying to maybe stun. I don't know if you're gonna get the stun off, but I would try to stun.
Okay. What? Oh, too late. What? Okay, Frost, what are you saying don't to?
Frost is under the impression that when you break this break bar, immediately it's going to strip you of your buffs and give you buff block. You have a CE that's going to be gambling a little bit. We're going to know immediately whether or not we're going to lose this fight.
Okay. Is Frost right that I should hold back on the NP? Because I do have a crit buster.
Yeah, you can hold off on the NP.
Okay. Do I want to put that buster at the end of the chain then, or at the beginning?
And you're going to get more damage out of it at the end.
Okay. So... fuck ass.
よし分かったね
Okay.
楽しいね計略だ無駄だ
こせばゆいわね。
とりゃ
Oh, I forgot to use the stun. Okay, well,
我が剣能よ。
guess I could use the stun now. Ugh.
剣能を使っても
Yeah,
砕
she
けは
did
し
just
ま
kill
せ
all
ん。
my buffs. On anyone
ご
except
めんなさいね。
Pets.
無駄ですよ。
I mean, that was the goal.
Yeah.
あ、これ無理ですね。
And there goes
おや
Koyan.
つかや森に塵になりなさい。
Okay, so we won our... Jesus. Okay. See, now Canis is back in. Alright. Now I try to stun?
Yeah, I would definitely try to stun now.
Nope.
Right, then then we're gonna want to actually no. Yeah, just start dropping. Actually, no, you're gonna want to drop Zuge's NP. Drop Zuge's NP here. That's gonna at least charge down her. It's not gonna
Okay.
stun her.
でね
Alright, is it worth dropping all 3 NPs in a row?
I don't want to say it's gonna be perfectly worth it because you're not gonna get your NP back on Kets the final round.
Yeah.
So
But
it might actually be worth ignoring Canis's NP and going for the Arts card to try getting a little bit more out of that.
Yeah, because I don't think...
灼熱の風はお好き
Because Yuge's not actually going to last to give me his bonuses.
Nope.
Yep, okay, alright, I'll go for the cats.
マス
We won the gamble, but we may have lost the war.
Ah.
ター大軍師の究極陣地
Yeah, oh, charge, loss, and stun.
Oh, we got the stun. Cool.
I
So
got
you
the
gave it-
stun! That's good! Because using waiver skills would have been a waste, Dakota Doyle. It would have gained me 50 bonus, but it wouldn't have recharged another NP.
Yeah, it was better to hold off on it. But they're thinking, because the waiver skills are actually really good in this fight, because it's a bunch of small buffs.
Yeah.
They're going to get stopped by the buff blocker, but then the buff blocker can be used. Then you can use buffs on something more useful, but you don't really have a more useful buff for it to be worth playing it like that.
Okay. See,
Still.
now I use all of his skills. Right?
Yeah.
連中だな他にやることないのじゃあこういうのどうだ
On Kets, I'm assuming?
Yes.
連中だな
We're betting a lot on her not dying next round.
That's what the backline coulter is for. And it just
Uh.
might not. We might not win this.
I'm assuming it's worth it to drop Canis's stuff.
Yeah, you may as well drop Canis's NP. You don't have that many good options here.
I'll probably do a Canis chain, honestly, because all I have is one quick Kets, and I don't think that's going to get me anything.
Up to you.
It is more effective with Canis. It's fine. Okay, well, that might have screwed me, but we'll see.
見てるかポセ
I leveled waiver skills to the point where Nick Nack told me I didn't need to. I can see how this fight is annoying. Yeah, it didn't do me as much as I wanted it to.
こせばゆいわね。我が剣能よ。悲しきかな。悲しきかな。
ここまでか。 Okay. Hi, Mash.
悲しきかな。
Oh, really? You're gonna leave me at 95% charge? That's some bullshit. And she has an NP. So, what does that mean for me? Knick-knack.
Well, for Mash, you can just throw up her guard. That's not going to help anyone else. For Kets, just pop that attack skill and see whatever you can manage.
太陽よりも星よりもね。
There's no good options here.
I only have one fucking Kets card, too.
Yeah.
And it's not a good one. Okay.
And Demeter has 2 defensive abilities up, so it's going to cut into your damage a lot.
内熱衝撃は想定します。
Well, she has 1 defense down, so, you know,
想定します。
doing a little bit of gambling there on that.
よーし、飛びます。いいんじゃ、うるせえな。
Alright.
大陸級破砕機構起動。
That gets me Kets' NP, but I think Kets is also about to die.
我が叫び、
Yeah.
我が嘆き。
Yeah.
スクリームエネルシス。
Yeah, big time.
こんなもの。
あれなめひこに行ってみたかった。
Oh, she only attacks 1 person?
悲しきかな。悲しき。
Knick-knack. Knick-knack, if I had had luck, she would have hit
悲
Canis.
しきは死。
You know, she hit everybody.
Did she? Oh, I guess I...
Canis just survived because Canis had defenses up.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Mash had invincibility.
Do I just hit now? Hit,
Kid just hit and pray.
Hit and pray, okay.
Don't think it's going to help at all in the final round.
Yeah. Yeah.
バンカーボルト、リロード。
見せて。うるさ。
This is the only Demeter fight, right?
Yes, this is the last time you fight.
Oh, so I can command spell this and not feel
I mean,
guilty.
you're not playing the other stupid fights tonight. So.
Yeah, no. Oh, come on, Canis.
剣能を使っても砕
You
きは
got
しません。
so close to breaking that.
すぐに殺します。
You know, at the very least, Canis gets a lot of refund. You know?
Mhm.
I was gonna say, like, at the very least,
やってやるよ。
Canis seems to be capable of popping an NP regularly.
やってやるよ。
Yeah, but I'm not doing Aphrodite and Zeus tonight, Dakota Doyle. I'm not
受
insane.
けたまって。おう。
Huh?
Aphrodite's also not that bad.
Yeah, but I couldn't get there tonight in a reasonable amount of time.
No problem.
Unlike the other day when I was willing to stream for like 5 hours, I'm not willing to do that tonight. I have plans tomorrow.
Hey, now we start the hard part.
What do you mean now we start the hard part?
我が剣
That's illegal.
剣能を使っても砕けはしません。
I don't like that I recognize some of those things. Oh!
ごめんなさいね。
Go fuck off with your sorry. Butt crack,
悲
bitch.
しきかな
食うかよ
Oh, oh, so much fun. So much
や
fun.
ってやるよ
I'm so in love with this, Knick-Knack.
照準
There's nothing I can do about the NP that she's about to drop.
Nothing at all. Coulter will live.
Coulter will
大
live.
陸級破砕機構
Coulter might even charge his NP
神格
finally.
接続神格霊気我が叫び我が嘆き
This is a disgusting fight. You were right. It's not the worst, but it is disgusting.
本当はこんなもの
Oh, I also gave Canis the guts, so actually. And Mesh had a guts somehow. I don't.
Oh, it's the Kilronemia.
Oh,
built-
Cliranomia. That
Actually,
did not charge Coulter. I'm gonna
Also, did you notice she just healed back a good chunk of the health you just damaged?
I did, in fact, notice that. I was hoping I didn't. I was pretending, Knick-Knack, that that was not the case. See, now I have 2 NPs, but I think she's about to kill Coulter.
ごめんなさいね
Yep.
オルテナウス
Suck a dick.
悲しきかな
Man, Canis, you're even more unkillable than Coulter. That's impressive. Disgusting, but impressive, you know?
What's remaining on your master skill? On all your master skills?
I didn't check. I can go in a second.
見てるかポセイド
I think I still had a couple left.
俺の高さには届かねえ羽ばたくべ
Just trying to figure out whether how quickly you'll be able to pop off if we revive.
Well, don't I revive with all of my NPs charged?
Yes, but Koyon's in the back line.
Yeah, but Jugei's in the front line.
You doesn't give as much damage as Koyon's gonna
Well, I mean, we can look.
剣能を使っても砕けはしません悲しきかな悲しきかな
I guess we'll see when we command seal. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I think we can win this. Okay. The answer to your question about my master skills is 1, 6, and 4.
Alright, we're just gonna have to go then.
正面から来
Yep.
なさい見た目通り感情に銃を使うとかダサいでムーチョムーチョ
やってやるよ
If it makes you feel better, I do have a nice layout here. So do you want a QAB Kets or do you want Jugei to drop?
They're about to drop an NP. You actually probably do want to go
Jugei?
use the gate instead of a Ket's parts.
Okay. So use the crit? Or just 2 busters? Honestly,
I would probably go.
what?
I would probably just go 2 busters.
I was just thinking that.
見てマスター
これぞ大軍師の究極陣地
I don't want to spend St. Court's reviving Dakota Doyle. I would like to avoid that. Yeah, I would like to avoid that.
リチトランに招待するわ輝ける金星燃え盛る太陽日は
沈めども命は消えず
Kinda hard to. Oh, wow. Impressive.
我が剣能よ
Just gonna heal. Still has that fuck ass guts.
すぐにこれは悲しきかな悲しきかな
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop Zhuge's skills on Kets now.
Yes, may as well.
中だな
Well, on whoever.
こういうのどうだ中の中だな他にやることないの
You have no Kets cards this
やっ
turn.
てやるよ
That's disgusting.
やってやるよ受けたまわってうるせえな飛べ飛べどこまで俺はいけるそうだろ大
It is really annoying that I'm being forced to use both Mash and Canis.
くれ
大陸級破砕機構起動神格接続神格霊気我が叫び我が嘆きスクリームエルシス本当は
Fuck.
こんなもの二度と
Cunt.
ごめんなさいねごめんなさいね
Alright, I've got a Kets NP. I might even have Kets cards, finally. I do.
灼熱の分かったね楽しいね
I guess I'm about to get her to pop her
あな
guts.
たには高さが足りません
Yes.
Hopefully this is just the one.
私は
No, I think it's a pretty gnarly guts, but it's one. It's only one.
Earlier somebody in chat said it's like 150k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
basically an extra break box if you can attack on the same turn.
フライハイ
Well,
このままこっちよね
剣能を使っても砕けはしません悲しきは死は終わり
well, she didn't heal herself that time.
悲しきかな
She might still at the end of the turn. Yeah. She's gotta. Okay, 10k. 10k is not that bad. It could be worse. You know?
Yes. There is a fight later in this chapter which will be much worse about that kind of thing.
I'm one turn from being able to swap someone out.
受けおう分かったね
So.
楽しい
And you do have a Zuge NP, and he's not going to get to go. He's not really going to get to do it again after this, most likely. So.
Well,
飛べ飛べどこまで俺はいけるそうだろ大開
I mean, so long as I do more than 10k, I'm making progress. It's just not super
我が
fast.
剣能よ
Yeah. Which is annoying.
すぐ
Okay.
に殺します
Yeah. Alright, Koyan's coming out.
ごめんなさいね
くかよ
Okay. Alright.
You should have
Yeah.
this now.
はち切れそうでしょ
Yeah, I'm good.
好き放題扱ってあげましょう銃を使うとかダサいで
Yes, when you use a servant, especially one like Lilith, who has pretty much who can really abuse her diva style of play on this fight. Yes, Lilith is really good on this fight.
I think this is our final round.
ティッチトランに招待するわ輝ける金星燃え盛る太陽
It only took 16 turns.
Hey, it's probably better than some people.
Yeah.
Granted, I was coached through it, and I have meta supports.
Imagine you try to take this just called her.
Brother, I would have crashed out. I would have crashed out the minute I saw I had to use Canis and Mash, and couldn't borrow somebody else's servant. You know?
Yeah.
I don't do well with forced support. It's because I don't
I know.
have a good kit to back up forced support. Most of the time. There, we managed to get her outer shell off. Did it work? Yes, Demeter's outer core is severely damaged. What appears to be her divine core is now exposed. Ordinex's output remains stable. I should be able to maintain anti-divinity combat mode for at least 10 minutes or so. Right. Hold it. Just hold the hell up. Are you dipshits blind or something? You can't just ignore her clitonomia. Damn it, she hasn't completely stopped regenerating. Ugh. I can confirm her infinite regeneration has started up again. Her wounds are beginning to close. Damn it, we were so close. Demeter, how much are you going to mock us? What are you all doing? Go on, keep hitting her. Canis, can't you use your land authority to neutralize her regeneration? I am, damn it, but it's still not enough to stop that bitch of a goddess. This damn Lost Belt Demeter really is directly descended from Gaia, isn't she? Damn it, I started celebrating too soon. I don't have to fight her again, do I?
No.
It would seem this is well and truly the end. Despite, even with all of our great strokes of fortune, we still weren't able to defeat her. We thought we had accounted for our enemies being more powerful than expected in our designs, but her regenerative powers exceeded even our wildest expectations. The Olympian gods truly seem to surpass us in every way imaginable. This isn't over yet. If you punks can beat Poseidon, you sure as shit can beat Demeter too. Besides, nobody kills you jackasses but me. Now take this, Seki. It's a little present from Mustache. He said this thing's guaranteed to be a game changer. Oof. Is that? No way. That's right, it's a new piece of Ordinax equipment, Chaldea's own technical advisor designed in tandem with our Atlas Institute alchemist ally. It's a form of cancer made to bring down beings of a scale far beyond human capacity. We call it the Black Barrel. It's the natural longevity conceptual weapon, one of the 7 taboos. Not that I know much about it myself. You know, Gordolf's really growing on me.
That was not surprising.
Oh. I hit 9. Oh, and it's a data update day. Not a big one, but still. Oh,
I think it's
yeah.
just to officially end the
Satanta, yeah, Lilim Harlot. Yes, Gordolf did just say that they weaponized cancer. Personally, I think it's great.
Hey, this is Summon Ticket Day for you.
Yep. 2 nodes left. Nice catch, Seki. So, what is that thing anyway? I bet Mash will know what to do with it. Foo! Foo! Nice pass, Seki! Yes, Master, I know exactly what to do with this. During Scion's lecture on life scales, she talked about a paradox effector that could let someone use a measurement as a weapon. Da Vinci took that concept and ran with it to make a new mechanism for the Orton axe. I actually had time to practice using it in the simulator while I was on standby at the Wandering Sea. Disgusting, Frost. Hey look! Gun! Knick-knack. It's gun mash! Ah, whoa. So that's how it all works. It really is a gun barrel, isn't it? Anyway, get ready to have your socks knocked off, Seki. You're looking at one of the 7 taboos, one of the Atlas Institute's crowning achievements, renowned throughout the entire Magecraft community. Or so I'm told. Indeed, the 7 taboos are something of a legend among the Mages Association. They're said to be weapons of Magecraft capable of destroying the very world itself. And the Black Barrel conceptual weapon there is one of them. Miss Scion already possessed a replica of it. I believe she offered it to Chaldea as a souvenir of sorts. I knew she was also working with Da Vinci on a new replacement part for the Orton axe, but I didn't know they had finished their work after we arrived here. Good, no issues with the gun barrel transformation. Output and stability are all well above expected parameters. Send out the accomplishments measure. Begin the Black Barrel transformation when ready. Here goes. Initiating accomplishments measure. Ascertaining Demeter's life scale. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. There. It stopped at 4,500. Beginning Black Barrel transformation. Preparing to burn the dead counter into the gun barrel. Aww. I can hardly blame you for feeling lost. I doubt I could comprehend its workings either, even were I at my peak condition. But, while I may not know how it works, I do know what it does. That's Demeter's lifespan. Then again, since she's a machine, perhaps it's her warranty period? Or her estimated number of years in operation? Well, no matter. The point is, as long as this universe has a finite lifespan, there is nothing in it that will last forever. Everything that has a form must also inevitably have an end. A limit, if you like. That gun barrel can measure that end and make it tangible. In other words, so it's a weapon that copies its target's mass and throws it right back at them in the form of magical energy. Precisely. I must say, Canis, you're far more intelligent than your behavior would suggest. Knick-knack, is it just me, or was that actually not a hard concept to understand? Even without the explanation.
Maybe you've read too much sci-fi.
I feel like that was not a hard concept to get behind. Gun, measure lifespan. Then, spit bullet designed to deal with lifespan. Does not seem complex. Right, it's not the kind of weapon you could usually carry around like this. But in this case, I was able to miniaturize and stabilize it by restricting the measurement function to machine gods only. Sion gave me the blueprints for it some time ago. All I needed was a benchmark to use for its core. The first benchmark was Poseidon's divine core, and the second is the fragment of Artemis that Canis was holding when drifting down from Atlantis. That was the last piece of the puzzle we needed. So that idiot Artemis turned out to be good for something after all, huh? But the barrel still needs ultra-dense magical energy to do its job, and that means we're going to need you to use a command spell, Seki. And not just any command spell either. No, this one's going to have to be a little different. You'll need to use everything you've got. Your magical energy, your stamina, even your own fate. Make no mistake, if you miss this shot, you won't get another. And, since Mash has her hands full working the Orton axe, you'll need to work together to time it just right. She'll do the aiming, you'll pull the trigger. Now that's what I like to hear. Okay, good luck saving proper human history. Ha! I swear, nothing throws you off, does it? Thanks, Seki. I'm counting on you. Lego. Right, senpai. This may be only the first of Olympus's mechanical gods, but it's still a crucial moment. Oh, come on! After everything we did to get her to notice us, now she's paying attention. Oh shit. That's the sound Demeter makes when she's about to get serious. She's storing up a metric shit ton of magical energy in that giant ass of hers. To put it in terms you punks will understand, she's about to unleash her true name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I love you. I really do love you. Persephone. Ah, how sad. How tragic. Demeter's magical energy is rising rapidly. She's about to unleash a massive scream. I don't know what you guys just got hold of, but you'd better hurry. At the rate she's charging up magical energy, I don't think she'll care if she ends up blowing herself up. You guys need to get out of there, now, before you're blasted into ether dust. It's alright. We'll be fine. If my calculations are correct, we should be 0.5 seconds faster. It might not be much, but it's enough for us to win. Connection in place. I've measured Demeter's destiny. Now I'll use the dead counter to turn it from speculation into reality. Bunker bolt is at its limit. Gun barrel is fully stabilized and synchronized. Master. Loading command spell into Spiritron chamber. Barrel replica, full trance. Go, Ortonax. Big gun.
Big gun.
Vorn would be proud. You know, I really think Vorn will like gun mash when he gets there. You know? Oh dear. Whoa, no battle node.
Explosions.
Big boom. The black beam of light was a dream, a fiction designed to kill a god. A conceptual blade forged to shatter beings with nigh infinite lifespans. The concept of natural lifespan capable of ending the world is what made it possible to bring an end to life that would otherwise go on forever. The gun barrel replica, charged with god-slaying particles, made it possible to shatter unshatterable life. The black beam of light brought death, a finality, an end. Ah, at last. At last, I can finally make my way to you. You left my embrace when you encountered the darkness. You changed irrevocably. You became a mother and gained so very, very much. You smiled so proudly when I lost you forever during the fourth Machia. I've never forgotten that smile. I loved you so much. I loved you more than anything. Persephone. At last, I can finally go where you are. Demeter. Please tell me. Oh, you're not Persephone. What are you? You there, from another planet. You're supposed to be my beloved daughter. Oh, it's sexy lady! Demeter, goddess of the land. Now that you know you're about to disappear, don't you have any regrets? That's very kind of you. I do have one regret. Just one. I can only pray that these new, tiny, intelligent beings, these 10 million of my darling Olympians, are able to find peace. I pray that when their time comes, they are able to go without suffering. Direct hit. The magical energy bullet punched straight through her divine core. Target's magical energy readings are falling rapidly, and the hostile entity signal is fading. I can confirm that the enormous hostile entity has gone completely silent. I'm not seeing any magical energy readings either. Congratulations, everyone. The operation is over. We won. You won. You actually defeated Demeter. Is this really happening? Anti-divinity combat complete. We won, Master. Oh yeah, I'm about to faint, aren't I? Senpai. Foo! Foo! Yes, I'm seeing this on our end too. Seki's vital signs are dropping as we speak. Both her magical energy readings and vital signs are at dangerous levels. This must be that thing Da Vinci was talking about. Mash. Senpai, grab hold of my shoulder. It's okay. It's just getting dark. Real dark, Mash. Senpai. Oh, skill rank up. Okay. It was a single no battle node.
Oh, the next chapter.
Yeah. Might as well, you know what I mean? If anyone were to ask when my life changed, I know exactly what I would tell them. Springtime, when I was 15. That said, this isn't the kind of thing you go around telling people. By all rights, I should take it to my grave. Back then, I was enrolled in the astromancy department at the clock tower, aka the Mages Association headquarters. I was the 13th heir to the Wodaim legacy, the child who had been granted the protection of the stars. I was said to possess the greatest magical circuits of any Wodaim to date, and that I was a genius who had already been promised the keys to the Wodaim family in a few years' time by the 11th head of the estate, who led the family even now. Those were the sort of things everyone else would say about me. Me, a genius, even though I usually spend each day sifting through other departments' files. That was always the sort of response I gave, but I did so more from conceit than modesty. I knew I was talented. I was confident I would one day be exactly what everyone expected me to be and more. I wanted for nothing, not lineage, nor talent, nor affection. With so many things working in my favor, it was easy to push myself to greater heights without leaning on my environment. Back then, I took pride in my excellence and would constantly work to further improve myself. I believed those blessed with natural talent should still continue to apply themselves, should set their sights on even greater stages. I was completely convinced that there was nothing I could not do, and nothing that was beyond my reach. For the past 6 months, crossing the Great Bridge to reach the Evocation Department College had become something of a routine of mine. I noticed what appeared to be beggars by the path at the opposite side, but I never gave them any thought. At the time, I didn't even see them. It wasn't that I disliked them, or that I was trying to avoid them. It was that, for me, they may as well not have existed at all. I was a prodigy, born to carve out a new age of magecraft. I didn't have time to get involved with people like them. I was born into an environment far better than most could hope for, with talents far greater than most could dream of. That was why I had a duty to fulfill. I was going to create something beautiful. I was going to create something wonderful. It was that ideal, that passion, that made me apply myself to my studies day in and day out. It was the reason I so frequently visited that college, even when it arguably belonged to an enemy. I didn't realize how arrogant I was being, how childish. On that day, I was headed home later than usual. It was the middle of the night, with no one on the bridge and the stars hidden behind the clouds. Kirstaria Wodai. Everything happened so fast that I failed to react in time. That turned out to be a fatal mistake. I wasn't surprised that an assassin had been sent to try and kill someone as young as me. I was surprised because my would-be assassin was a manservant I had frequently seen in my own house. I counterattacked automatically, before I even thought about what to do, thanks to the spells that had been engraved onto my body. The assassin never got another chance. Vacuum blades sliced him to bits before he could pull the trigger again. But it was enough. He had already critically wounded me, and there was no hope of escape. He wasn't the only assassin who had been sent to take my life. I knew because... It's done. Send out more men. Find Kirstaria's body. It was my father, trying to kill his own son. He fell into the river. Find him. Of course, I wasn't the only one who had fallen in. It was my ring after I had cast a weight alteration spell on it. I knew it wouldn't do more than buy me some time, but at that moment, it was the best move I could make. After I drew the assassin's attention towards the river, I activated a footstep cancellation spell in my shoes, and got as far away from them as I could. Okay, now what do I do? My consciousness began to fade away. I went back to the bridge instead of heading to an exit, and my strength gave out just as I was making my way to a narrow back alley. At the time, I didn't yet know that my assailant's weapon wasn't ordinary magecraft. Rather, it was a kind of poison, just like the sort used by a famous mage killer that was designed to attack magical circuits directly. I was in a dimly lit room. Within it was nothing more than the sound of dripping water and the scent of mildew. I was on a makeshift bed from an old wooden crate. A bare minimum of bandaging had been applied to my back. There was no pillow, no blankets, and no restraints on my arms or legs. I was technically free, but unfortunately I wasn't able to move so much as a finger. The wound in my chest had yet to close, and I lacked the strength to even stand. I had been laid down to rest with no more ceremony than a corpse. Where am I? At first, I thought my assassins had captured me, but then I realized they would have no reason to keep me alive. After all, since it was my own family that was trying to kill me, there was little sense in torturing me for information. I couldn't understand what was going on. My thoughts refused to put themselves in order. Still just barely conscious, I managed to crane my neck enough to observe the dimly lit room. Something was in the corner of the room, as if it were trying to hide from what little light there was. It was then that I noticed something strange staring directly at me. Seriously? Just when I decide to stop by so it doesn't look like I've been gone for 2 days straight. Zzz. I can't believe this guy. He's just basking in the sun, snoozing away on a bench without so much as a single guard. Hey, Wodime, don't you think it's time you got up? You are the Cryptor's leader, right? Aren't you the one guy representing humanity in the power struggle between the Olympian gods and humans? How can you just leave yourself completely defenseless like this? Come on, wake up already. Is that you, Kadok? Wait, Kadok? What are you doing here? This is my Never mind. No, it isn't. This is the Hanging Gardens of the Great Orbital Shrine, Olympia. Well, that was careless of me. The sunlight was so pleasant that I didn't even realize I had fallen asleep. I was dreaming about something I hadn't thought about in a long time. I feel very silly. I guess I'd just get too relaxed without Canis around to keep me in line. Anyway, thank you for waking me up before I could waste any more time. You don't have to thank me. I only spoke up because it was weird seeing you like that. Weird? How so? Well, you're not exactly the sort of guy to just doze off out in public. You're, like, perfectionism incarnate. You don't get to take naps like a typical college slacker. I see. Well, I do take some issue with the impression you seem to have of me. I also understand now why it is you were so surprised. I'll be more careful in the future. Now then, what is it you wish to see me about, Kadok? Do you have something to report to me? Ah, crap. I was so shocked seeing him sleeping like that I forgot I didn't actually have anything to tell him. And I can't just fib or he'll know I've been up to something. Wait, I've got it. They got Demeter, one of the great gods of Olympus, gone, just like that. Some perfect being she turned out to be. Oh, and one more thing. A tan lancer with white hair was helping them out. Luckily, it looks like Europa didn't catch that part. So how's it feel, Wodime? How's it feel knowing the loser you thought you'd disposed of is not only alive, but actively working against you now? That is a surprise. I never would have expected Canis to go over to Chaldea's side. And they managed to destroy Demeter's true form. They must have been far better prepared than I thought. So a tiny rebel force managed to bring down a powerful authority figure. How very rock and roll. No, wait. Heavy metal feels more appropriate, given the composition of the gods' bodies. Am I going deaf, or did you just make a lame pun about music? Apologies. Perhaps I have not quite awakened yet. At any rate, I'm surprised you knew something even Queen Europa did not. It almost sounds as though you were there, watching things unfold in person, Kadok. You must have found yourself a very good familiar indeed. Well, you know, I can't just sit around here mooching free grub forever. I'm still a cryptor after all, so I need to be ready to fight again at least one more time. I see. Then make sure you take good care of that familiar. An ace up your sleeve can mean the difference between life and death after all. Rest assured you don't need to tell me, the other cryptors, or anyone else in Olympus, what yours is. That said, if it should come to light that you were using something you shouldn't be, then I will unfortunately be forced to respond in whatever way is appropriate. I have my own role to fulfill after all. Shit, how much does he know? I better change the subject fast. So, by the way, about Demeter. Chaldea might have been able to beat her, but it still wasn't because they straight up overpowered her. It looked to me like Demeter was looking for something. No, that's not right. Maybe trying to recover something. She kept apologizing, over and over. And not to the Olympians she was killing, but to one person in particular. That's the only reason they were able to destroy her. Any idea what she was looking for? I see. So that did hold her back, as I suspected it might. Just like in proper human history, this Lost Belt's Demeter once had a daughter she loved dearly. Her name was Persephone. It's said that Demeter wept long and hard after Hades stole her away to the underworld. Yet despite that, she never stopped loving her daughter. But, a few thousand years ago, her daughter died during the fourth Machia. Hang on, Wodan, that doesn't add up. I don't know if she was a full god or a demigod or what, but I thought people didn't die in this city. Not necessarily. Humans are simply incapable of killing other humans. The immortality humans enjoy in this Lost Belt is not true immortality, but pseudo-immortality. The gods can easily end their subjects' pseudo-immortal lives if they wish. So the one who killed Persephone was one of the gods? You mean one of the gods from the Coexistence faction? No, it was not one of them. Then Persephone sided with the Coexistence faction, so Zeus ordered Demeter to kill her own daughter. So she was calling out to the daughter she killed, as if she was still alive, huh? Sounds almost human of her. These gods are machines, right? How can they function properly when they're contradicting themselves like that? I understand your confusion, but it is precisely their machine nature that means this was no contradiction at all. Their minds don't work like ours after all. That's the tragedy of the 12 Olympian machine gods right there. Whether gods create humans or humans create gods, both sides usually share a common understanding of the world in which they live. But the Olympians are different. They weren't gods to begin with. They only came to be defined that way over time. It was because their functions enabled them to control the weather, provide endless amounts of food, destroy various lifeforms' memories, and mass-produce weapons, that led to the residents of this Lost Belt seeing them as gods. They then incorporated this definition into their functions in order to operate more smoothly on this planet. After all, the people of this ancient world wanted superior beings they could pray to, not cold, unfeeling spaceships. And so they accepted the new roles they had been given and became mechanical gods instead of mere machines. As a result, they ended up making this god play-acting into a new directive, all without ever understanding how the intelligent beings treating them as gods actually felt. Cold and unfeeling, huh? So is that why Demeter went nuts? Because she ended up with feelings tacked onto herself when she didn't need them? This was less a matter of contradiction than it was of conflict. Humans can rationalize acts like that by telling themselves there was nothing else they could have done. But she had no choice but to treat the order to kill her own daughter like any other assigned task. She wasn't crazy, she was just in pain. That's what it means to be a god in this Lost Belt. It's also why they were able to realize a real-life utopia where no one has to die or grow old. And here I thought machines always operated on pure logic. Alright, if that's what the gods are like here, then what's your game, Wodan? Your goal is to bring about the age of the gods again, right? Is that really the kind of god you want to be? Of course gods should run the world. That being said, the future, the answer I seek, is a little different from Zeus's. What I seek, Kadok, is an even more perfect age, an age where there will be neither conflict nor contradiction. It is my responsibility to see that age come about, and it is what the foreign god wishes. Okay. Alright, I'm not moving on from there tonight.
You don't want to go 4 hours?
No, I don't. I'm perfectly happy with 3 and technically 3 sections completed. Oh, my goodness. Jesus. I'm stiff. I mean, okay, that fight wasn't too bad, but I also know that I have the benefit of, like, I got a lot of help through that, and there's a lot of power creep for this.
Imagine I hadn't told you not to, or hadn't told you to put that, the buff rule resistant. It did strip your Koyan's buffs.
Yeah.
That first round. Couldn't do that damage early on.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. We did get pretty lucky there, though. You know.
Yes.
Also, Nervemeister, the problem is you're telling me to change it midstream right now, and it's hard for my brain to comprehend that. It's not that I'm ignoring your messages, I see them coming in, but it's hard for me to think about that while I'm trying to just, like, read stuff out. The problem is I got used to saying Wodaim, and now I would have to actually, like, focus on it and think about the syllables as I was saying it, and that's harder to do, especially in long streams. So, it is really just kind of an unfortunate thing, because when I see his name, I read Wodaim. How many sections are in Olympus?
27.
27? That's not bad. We're on what, like 9?
Let's see.
8.
8.
Yeah. That's not bad. That's not bad.
You can probably finish in about 4 to 6 streams, somewhere in that range.
Probably. That's what I was thinking. I will attempt to try to think about his name the other way and see if I can get my brain to comprehend that. But, you know, it does say W-O and then dime. Knick-Knack, you want to weigh in on the pronunciation here?
I don't really care. I'm a Pokemon fan. We've pronounced Rayquaza, Rayquaza, Arceus, Arceus. Like at a certain point, I just stop giving a fuck about proper pronunciation, and I go with whatever feels natural. You would know. You've seen me pronounce names in Seki Reacts before.
Yeah, I think the problem is I'm taking my pronunciation cue off of the wiki's Japanese anglicization. And the technical Japanese anglicization is Wodaimu. Because I'm looking at it now. And I think I probably saw that first when we covered Wodaimu, because we talked about him before, you know? So that's probably what's got me fucked up.
Most commonly, I say Wodaime.
Which I think is also technically... Well, that's a little bit off from what Nervemeister is saying. What are you basing your pronunciation on, Nervemeister? Like, what source material is giving you Wodime? Is it Wodime? Wodime?
If you were to try if you were to split up the Anglicized name into Japanese pronunciation, you go Wodime. But that'd also be wrong. If you look at the actual way it's written in Japanese, it's written Wodaimu.
Yeah.
Which is, the fact that it's not a meh, but it's a mu, tells me that they probably want you cutting it off at the M in terms of sound. Yeah. It actually probably is Wodai.
Yeah. I mean, I'll hang out and chat for a couple seconds just to see, like, where you're getting Wodime. Yeah, the Japanese is phoneticizing. Let me send it to chat. So, here's the Japanese anglicization, which is what I'm thinking of when I think of it. Because it's a Wodaimu. And then when you anglicize things, you'll usually drop that extra vowel because the vowel's only there because in Japanese you can't end on a consonant.
Now you can't use context clues, like the fact that his name has a meh at the end. You could have a vowel at the end, but that doesn't match up with what they're writing here.
Yeah.
So you only assume that the intention is to stop at the consonant.
But then again, I mean, Altria, Artoria, like, we've already experienced that FGO has some, you know, the Nasuverse has some issues with properly moving things between Japanese and English. Really? Oh, I'm vindicated. I am vindicated. This whole time, I was seeing it, I was like, I feel bad because I can't change my pronunciation mid-reading stream because my brain's just not gonna handle that.
Well, the result of this is because they're trying to use it because it's Japanese. They're writing in Japanese a fake European name.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a European name you would ever see in actual Europe.
I mean, like,
What?
in theory, Wodime is, like, that does sound more like a European name.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be, but it's not one you're realistically seeing very often, if ever.
Yeah. Also, Nervmeister, don't feel bad. When I was a kid, I thought Persephone was pronounced Persephone for like 5 years.
Did you get your purse or your phone?
Yeah, it's because I had this book called Phone Home Persephone, and I thought that it was supposed to be Phone Home Persephone, you know? Like making a joke about it. And so for like 3 or 4 years probably, I thought it was Persephone, and I genuinely said that instead before somebody finally told me it was Persephone. So, you know. Like, I've had problems where I've, like, read names wrong before in the past and just flown with it for, like, an ungodly amount of time. Like, it has been a problem. Previously. Yeah, it was and I remember because, like, I think the person who told me, I argued with them about it, and we ended up looking it up, and, like, it was really embarrassing. Because, like, I should have known better, you know? Like, I should have, like, looked it up at some point, but no, I was like, no, obviously, because the title of this one children's book is Phone Home Persephone, it's definitely Phone Home Persephone. Oh. But yeah, absolutely wild. Anyways. Oh. Well, so Knick-Knack, do you have stream plans for next week, even sort of like rough ones?
Yes, Monday night I'm going to be streaming the new FGO JP chapter. It's supposed to be very short. That stream might not go long, or if it does go longer, I'm expecting to, you might see me do some extra NA stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You planning any other streams next week?
No. Well, we're drawing around in tea time chats
Yeah.
sometime next week. We need to figure out the final date for that. But in that tea time chat, we're gonna have a lot of topics, both news, and then we also have all the gaming presentations going on right now, which I'm sure we'll have stuff to say about.
Hopefully, if we plan tea time chat for out far enough days, we might even get that Nintendo Direct.
Yes, right now all the sources are saying that's going to be Tuesday.
Yeah.
And right now these are like some of the more reliable rumor mongers and leakers. So we're potentially eyeing Nintendo's big event being next Tuesday. So anything after next Tuesday morning.
Dakota Doyle is asking if you're going to roll for the new servant.
I have been throwing Court Satter. I don't have enough court. I didn't even before I started throwing Court Satter though. I did not have enough courts for a rolling stream, and I don't have enough funds saved up to be throwing down JP whaling stuff right now.
Okay. I think I'm planning on streaming FGO twice next week again.
Power through this, see if you can at least play some of Hand Kill on camera.
It's partially that, and partially I've got a long dog sit at the end of this month. Like a week and a half. And I would like to try to sort of minimize either having to set up at my friend's house or you know, have to drive home too many times during that week.
Is it closer to you or is it closer to me?
Ironically,
Or is it all the way out and
it's sort of midway between us is the annoying part. Yeah.
Because if it was over by me, I'd say, yeah, you just come hijack my place.
No, I think it basically adds up to being like about 30-35 minutes to my place and about 30-35 minutes to your place. Depending on freeway. It actually might be mildly closer to your place on a good freeway day. but it depends heavily on traffic. So,
Makes
although
sense.
I might make use of that once or twice during that week and a half to stream at yours because it would just be easier. I think it is an easier commute. But yeah, so I do want to try to kind of push through as much of Olympus as I can next week. Before that, because I've got really quickly. I've got a week and a half before I start that, so I'd really like to cram at least 3 streams into that week and a half. Because after I get back from that, I've only got a week and a half before I leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a little tight on timing just, for my own devices. Which is fine. I think I can manage it quite easily, but, you know how it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably stream FGO at least twice. And if I'm lucky, I'll probably do a morning stream, maybe on Tuesday. I might do the same format as this week. Tuesday, Thursday, morning, evening. And just go longer on Tuesday. Because that actually worked really well this week, But yeah, so, and then, I don't know, I got to talk to Vorn about it, see if he's up or down, but he might want a Baldur's Gate sometime in the next week or two, so might have that coming up too. But yeah, that means an FGO-filled week next week. A very FGO-filled week.
Yeah.
Alright, chat. I think that is pretty much the end of it for me today. Good luck with Ordeal Call, Sunpraiser. Don't you have to get through 4, or is it... well, if you're on 2, I'm sure you have to go through several of them still.
Well, we only have 2 of them out right now. The third one's coming out this summer, and the third one's actually doable out of order compared to the other. Compared to the first, you can do the third one before you do the first 2.
Okay. Well then, good luck with the second one. And happy hunting on the new event for anyone who plays JP. Good luck rolling for the new servant if you're rolling for it. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.